I was thrilled when I heard Dynavite for Cats was coming out because I had seen the changes in my dog. To introduce my cats to Dynavite, I took the advice from Dynavite and put their food on top of just a scoop in the bowl, just to get them used to it, because I know if I even switch one little thing, they put their nose up to it. There was not one problem.
Dynavite for life.
You won't believe how happy a cat will be.
DINOVITE.com.
Heavy fighting, including at least one airstrike reported in several areas of Ethiopia's northern Tigray region as rebels battled government troops.
Doctors at the main hospital in Tigray's capital, Mekelle, say they're treating dozens of people, including a 2-year-old child, injured by the airstrike on Tuesday. But medical personnel say they have been blocked from reaching the site of the attack to help others left behind. Eyewitnesses told the BBC that the Ethiopian Air Force struck a marketplace just 25 kilometers away from Mekelle. The military denies allegations it targeted civilians.
The BBC's Catherine Beyer-Uhanga. The British government will not extend a June 30th deadline for EU citizens in the UK to apply for permanent residency or risk losing their right to live and work in the UK. News and analysis at townhall.com. It's a move that's bound to produce a lot of frustrated air travelers.
American Airlines said Tuesday it will cut hundreds of flights over the next 3 weeks to avoid overloading its operations. The cuts will come just as the summer air travel season is picking up. American spokeswoman Sarah Jantz said the airline will cut on average 50 to 60 flights a day for the rest of June and between 50 to 80 flights a day for the first half of July. On Tuesday, American canceled 130 flights, and by Tuesday afternoon, more than 200 other flights were delayed, according to tracking service FlightAware. U.S. airlines were barred from furloughing workers during the pandemic as they received federal aid, but American has a smaller staff after encouraging thousands of employees to quit or retire. I'm Mike Gracia.
Less than a half hour to the opening bell. Stock futures higher. S&P futures up 4 points. Dow futures ahead 64. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. And I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Travelician, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Halfway day.
Yeah. It's gonna be warm today.
It was unseasonable yesterday. It was just downright nice. I was driving around with the windows down.
Well, it won't be that case.
I know.
Today.
I know. Rub it in.
But
rub it in some more.
But they done slipped a rain chance on us.
Ooh, really?
So
getting fancy with it.
So there's your tease.
All right.
I'll get you up to date with the weather here in just a little bit.
Look at you making weather interesting.
Exciting.
Really moving, like that transition into the old man talk. It's very smooth.
Well, I know if you're waking up today and you're like, oh, it's going to be 105. Oh, it's going to be hot. And I'm like, but wait, it is. You ain't wrong. But
it might also be humid.
Well, see, if it does rain,
the pessimist, all right?
If it does rain, I figure it's got to, be good. So, but anyway, yeah, it's going to be hot today. We'll get you up to date on the weather. But be Be inspired by the fact that the weekend will be cooler and possibly some moisture going on there too. So we'll get you up to date on the weather and all that. Other than that, that's it. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
It was easy. It was easy today.
No.
Music's not even done yet. Dang.
Yeah, I didn't get to the intro. But good morning. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Unfortunately, Goddard Rockets did not advance yesterday. They lost to Miramirez. I think it was 6-1.
Mm-hmm.
But it was I caught good hunks of the game, and it was a pretty good game.
Oh, I mean, it was definitely a valiant
effort. A lot of good competition there. It's just sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way. But anyway, I know Artesia advanced, and so they're going to be playing. I think I saw Dexter advance too. I think I saw on the scoreboards out there. So congratulations to those teams moving on.
Absolutely.
To I guess probably semifinals for most of them at this point.
It's a semifinal stage at this point. I think in softball, I think it's Thursday. Artesia is playing Silver City.
You are correct, sir.
It is softball, not baseball. But yes, moving closer and closer to the end of another sporting season.
Yeah. Although it's
been interesting.
I'm not going to lie. When I went out of town for a week and I came back and then Gene's still talking baseball, I was like, baseball? We're still playing baseball?
Yeah.
But yes, we are.
Yes. It never ends, my friends.
Yeah, but
this is the season.
I know it's I know it's summer. But it doesn't feel summer to me yet. I mean, it's hot and everything.
Really?
But it doesn't.
It feels very summer to me.
I mean, the temperature-wise, but I'm talking about just the life in general. Just the things I'm doing and stuff. I feel like it's still like we're not summer yet. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I mean, I feel like you had the perfect transition into summer. You literally took a week break and it transitioned into summer.
I think it's because we're still talking high school sports. That's the part that's because that's not something we talk about in the summer normally. We talk about fairs and where you can go get cooled off and all that.
Because my mind goes to they're going to start doing two-a-days in like a month, for football season.
Man, they got gear up games in August.
It's like these kids, I don't know if they're going to have a summer, especially not them two sporters.
Yeah. Well, of course, a lot of people are like, well, I've been sitting in the house for a year. Let's do this.
It's true. A lot of pent-up energy, I guess.
So go forth. Young families and explore. Just wait till everything else opens up here, and then, what are we, like a week and a half or something away from everything officially being opened up? Yeah. What does that mean?
Not much for us. I mean, because honestly, look around. Places have taken masks stuff down off of businesses, and for the most part, it doesn't really mean anything for us.
Okay.
I think it just means like they're going to completely lift restrictions on like. Maybe transit, maybe in like, for example, with Vitalent, with medical facilities, things like that.
Oh, okay.
That's what I would assume.
I don't know.
That seems the most likely.
So I wonder if like how's that dry up funding and everything for like emergency services? Because like you're in COVID, it's like a state of emergency, funding's open up. I guess all that goes away, right?
I think that there's been some extensions and they've adjusted things a bit.
Yeah. So anyway. All I'm telling you is, if you've been enjoying this time thinking, I'll just keep collecting these stimulus checks and what have you.
Those will dry up.
Time to start circling those jobs in the one ads, folks, and get back to doing things.
Right. Hey, everybody's hiring.
Everybody. Not just everybody.
No.
Everybody.
That's right.
Let me give you the rundown for our little show today. We're going to start off this hour. Bob Power is going to join us. He's going to be talking about a gospel show happening this Saturday. I believe it's at Grace Community Church, but don't quote me on that. I was kind of digging around online trying to find some info on it.
I got to start quoting you on more things.
Quoting me?
Yeah, because you always say, don't quote me on that. I really need to start quoting you so that when we don't quote you, it actually has more impact.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like it's my job to kind of fill in those gaps.
Okay. Well, as Mike would say.
Mike Winters. I'll put them on T-shirts.
But, yes, so we'll talk with Bob Power here and talk about the gospel show and all that. In the 8 o'clock hour, this is one of those months, and I'm going to peel back the curtain for a minute. I can't remember if I tell Big Brothers, Big Sisters the last Wednesday of the month or the fourth Wednesday of the month. Either way, they aren't the same this month. So they may come in at 8:15. They may come in next week. Either way, we're going to do something.
Something will happen in the 8 o'clock hour.
If they don't come in, we're going to replay our interview with Elliot Rodriguez from CMG. But if Big Brother's coming in, then we'll talk to them.
There you go.
And then American Legion Post 61, Jen Lee will be joining us here. I'm not sure. We may have some folks from Post 28 join us as well. I think there's an event that they want to put together. I don't quote me on that.
See, I'm telling you.
I think that's what's going on there.
Honestly, the first shirt I would print up, if I was quoting Mike Winters, would just say Granite.
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 Take it for
Mike Winters.
Granite.
Now, Granite.
Yeah, I'm a crutch. I always have,
same.
Yeah.
Hardcore same.
Good deals one I used to say a lot. I don't know if I still say that one or not.
I lean heavy into adjectives. I go with like amazing, phenomenal. Like I really
yeah, I've caught you do a few of those good ones.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to catch it a whole lot more. I likes me my crutches.
Me too.
They makes me feel good.
I don't have a problem.
Adding S's at the end of words, that makes me feel goods too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do the same thing.
Fun thing that picked up from Squirrely Dan.
Yeah, I do. I'll. It just depends on my mood. I'll add the word "the" to everything. Mm-hmm. It's just whatever I feel like.
The Twitter.
Some of it's mocking old people. Some people's like, I'm old. I don't care.
Just those added little elements that let you know I'm older than you. The TikTok.
Yeah. Hey, you're lucky I get the word right.
Oh yeah, no,
the name of it.
You had a chance to check out the Ron Burgundy podcast yesterday.
I did.
What do you think? Official verdict.
I need more.
Well, I sort of eavesdropped the first episode from my office, and from what I've gathered, it sounds like at least it's the concept of Ron Burgundy interviewing actual real people.
Yeah,
not like it's all skits.
Well, each episode, I guess he tackles some kind of issue or thing. So that first one was like crime drama.
Okay.
And so he's reading crime drama stories that are completely off base.
As soon as I heard him say the 3 serial killer names, I'm like, oh, he's not going to do F, Marry, Kill, is he? Oh, no way. And he did. And I was proud. At that moment, that was when I was hooked. I'm like, okay, I might be in.
So, so I listened, and so then he had a criminal psychiatrist. That's who his guest was.
Okay.
I'm assuming he was in on the joke that he knew Ron Burgundy was going to throw him curveballs.
One's going to imagine if you're sitting down for an interview with Ron Burgundy, you're not going to be getting hard line questions.
Yeah. And there were some funny moments. It's Anchorman, but in a slowed down version.
Right. What it kind of reminds me of is kind of Between Two Ferns, if you ever watched that.
Yes.
With Zach Galifianakis.
Yes. It's got hints of that.
Okay.
It's a nicer version where Zach Galifianakis is more of a jerk to everybody. Ron Burgundy's just clueless, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
I mean, he slips jabs in, but it's usually based on clueless. It's not as punchy as the Zach ones.
It's like the Austin Powers theory. He basically was like unfrozen 30 years after the fact and get used to our world.
Basically, Ron will take 3 different aspects of one conversation that aren't related to each other and then relate them all back to each other.
Oh,
That's kind of Ron Burgundy's move, if that makes sense.
I'm definitely going to check it out past the first episode.
I've caught 1.3. I caught a little bit of episode 2 yesterday. It's luring
you were
me in.
interested enough to go back for another dive.
Exactly, and I'm a mark for the Ron Burgundy thing. Sure. I'll watch those movies anytime, anywhere, at any place, and just sit down and laugh.
Be great
out the whole thing.
We can within these, because there's 3 seasons out, I think, or they're in the 3rd season.
They're starting the 4th. They teased a 4th one. That was the most latest is a 4th season 4.
I'd like to think that Will Ferrell has enough pull that he can get a few cameos. If you can get a Brick Tamlin on one at some point,
I've got to imagine
Champ
through
Kindly.
These. There's some of the cast of the Anchorman.
I mean, Steve
series.
Carell's got like nothing going on these days.
I mean, and his boss in there is no longer Fred Willard, no longer with us. So
he's got nothing going on these days either. His schedule's cleared right up.
This is true. So but I'm digging in it. I'm it's enough there where I'd like to hear more and all that. So
yeah, I'm intrigued about it.
Yeah. 7:17. Let's go ahead and get the good news bear out and tell you all about this weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot temperatures today and a little bit of moist air over eastern New Mexico, so we can't rule out an isolated afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Otherwise, it'll be sunny and hot with our afternoon highs between 104 and 107. An isolated storm this evening down to the low 70s, and then a sunny and hot day tomorrow. A little bit breezy with highs around 103. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 73 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 62%. Winds currently out of the south at 9 miles per hour. Here's the good news, bad news for today. Bad news, mostly sunny with a high of 105 today. The good news is there's a 20% chance at some rain showers. I know the pessimists say 80% chance it won't rain. You ain't wrong, but they're saying there's a chance, so we'll go with that. South winds today, 5 to 15. Tonight, partly cloudy, overnight low of 72, so warm overnight as well. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, once again, we're looking at another 20% chance at some showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon, otherwise mostly sunny. Another warm one tomorrow, 103 the expected high with southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain bumps up to 30% tomorrow night. Looks like mostly cloudy otherwise with an overnight low of 72. Southeast winds 5 to 10. Friday, once again, a 20% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mostly sunny. Highs, once again, right around 103. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday night, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 71. And then cooler temps and more rain chances for the weekend. 30% chance of rain on Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 94. 50% chance of rain Saturday night with an overnight low of 67. We're looking at a 60% chance at rain on Sunday, mostly cloudy, high of 86. 50% chance of rain Sunday night, 40% chance of rain Monday, high of 84. So I think we're going to get some moisture. That's a lot of chances. If they figure one of those, they got to give us some. But we got a little bit of heat to get through before we get to the cooler temperatures, really beginning on Saturday. All right, it is 7:19. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And then on the other side of the break, Bob Power is going to join us, talk about Gospel Show happening this Saturday. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters. We'll be right back.
Customizable office equipment is one stop away at PTS Office Systems. Of course, you and the business next door do different things, so you need different office equipment. PTS Office Systems has fully customizable office equipment in stock, waiting to be delivered to your business. Get fully customized office equipment to meet your office's specific needs. The day and age of one-size-fits-all office equipment is gone. Shop around at PTS Office Systems today at 217 North Main in downtown Roswell.
As the school year comes to an end and COVID restrictions start to ease, don't lose sight of the lessons learned. Cover your cough, positive personal hygiene, respect one another, show and tell others you love them. Fiscal and social responsibility are great ways to show your love. This is Damon Graham, your local New York Life agent. I can help you show your love to others. Call me at 575-623-0803 so we can determine how you best can show your love. Expect to be blessed.
It's an idea whose time has come. The MTA Mechanics and Tires Mobile Tire Shop. No longer will the drama of auto service ruin your entire day. Instead, MTA Mechanics and Tires will come to you. MTA will install new tires, fix your brakes, or just fix a flat while your vehicle is at work, home, or even the airport. So skip the drama. Call the Mobile Tire Shop at MTA Mechanics and Tires, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia.
Times are changing, and today's funerals aren't always the sad and solemn events you might expect. This is Gabriel Casaus from Lagrone Funeral Chapel. Along with hymns and scriptures, today's funeral services are often filled with fish stories, country songs, and a joke or two, golf clubs and hot rods, favorite recipes, and kitchen disasters. At Lagrone Funeral Chapel, we believe a funeral should reflect your loved one's personality, passion, and sense of humor. When you lose a loved one, we're here, because at Lagrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
900 South Main, Roswell.
Well, the geraniums were a little slow at getting started this year, but now they're ready to go. Hi, this is Jim Gill with a lesson in delayed gratification. At Roswell Seed Company, we grow our own geraniums, and that old polar vortex sure slowed them down. But now they may be the sturdiest, most colorful geraniums you've ever put in the ground, so come get yours today. Kind of like your neighbor's son who's still living in the basement. Late bloomers can be the brightest of them all. Or maybe not. Have you seen that kid?
Travis Hicks, Richland Auto Group. I'm here at Richland Chevrolet and Richland Dodge, living and working through some unprecedented times in my business and in our country. Even though it appears our lots are virtually empty, we're still selling new Chevys, GMCs, Buicks, Cadillacs, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams. They're just selling right off the truck. Keep an eye on our websites. You can find them by Googling Richland Motors Roswell, as they show incoming inventory up to a few weeks out. Also, there hasn't been a better time to sell or trade your car in my whole career. Anemic new car inventories make the value of your car higher than ever. We've recently been able to give people who purchased their vehicles as far back as 2018 as much now as they paid then. Let me say it again. The car you bought as far back as 2018 could be worth as much as you paid for it then. And the best news is that our governor's color designation doesn't change the value of your trade. Freedom, trading at Richland. Just another reason to do business with Richland, where service is now job one.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A group of 12 or more cows is called a flink. If you have only 11 cows, that's called a lot of cow pies. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:23, and joining us in studio this morning, Bob Power back with us. Good morning, sir. How you doing today?
Good morning. I'm still trying to figure it out. You guys got me here before the roosters even crowed.
Yeah, this is the other 7 a.m. or the other 7 o'clock on the clock. Well, I do appreciate braving the early hours here to join us here. We do appreciate you for that. But for folks that don't know, Bob joins us. A lot of times we'll talk vet stuff and these gospel shows and things that are happening around town. And this time, not a vet rep thing. Or a vet issue, or I mean, kind of, sort of, but, this is for everybody. On Saturday, we got another great gospel show happening. Saturday afternoon would be more, I would say Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon. And folks, come on out and enjoy another great gospel show here. Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Well, I agree. It's going to be a fantastic gospel show, and it's going to be... we're paying tribute to the veterans again.
Yeah. So this is for everybody, but this is not just a veterans-only event. This is something that we're going to come. And we didn't, unfortunately, Memorial Day was someone rained out our parade, literally, that day. So this is kind of, hey, we're going to, even though we didn't get to do all the things we wanted to do on Memorial Day because of the weather, we're going to still celebrate our veterans and celebrate those that have made that ultimate sacrifice.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's very important for two groups of veterans especially to come. Desert Storm veterans.
Okay.
And Vietnam veterans.
Okay.
Because I had a Mike Pineda, or Rick Pineda, I mean, came here a couple of weeks ago. He's the liaison for Yvette Harrell.
Yes, the new veterans liaison, yes.
And he gave me some information.
Okay. That's a handy little ringtone there, Bob. I like that. Kind of whistling. That was catchy.
He gave me some information to pass on to the veterans.
Okay.
And I'm going to hand it out.
Okay.
And it's really good stuff.
Okay. Is it like for needing assistance, needing if they've got issues, those kind of things?
Medical.
Okay.
It's about Agent Orange, and then
okay.
What is it? The blue water thing?
Yeah, it's dealing with the fallout from some of the like your napalms and things from the Nam era and some of the stuff they used out there in the desert and Gulf War. Yeah.
So, if you're Desert Storm or Vietnam, I urge you to come.
Okay.
It's
got some great information there.
It's very important.
And so maybe if there's family members of too, that maybe you have a family member that's a Vietnam or a Gulf War veteran, they don't live in the area. Well, you come on out and then get that information for them and take it to them. That would be a great thing to do too. So excellent. But for the rest of us, come out and enjoy some great music and in great celebration of our veterans and our folks in uniform. And
right.
everything else.
We're going to have, of course, Tom Blake.
Mm-hmm. Our resident serenader, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And Jerry Berg.
Okay.
Mark Parham. Marvin Roberts.
Nice.
And it's going to be a good show.
Excellent. So it's going to be a lot of beautiful music going on here. It's going to be Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. at Westminster Presbyterian Church there, which is located right there by Champion Motorsports. It just back, actually kind of behind it
right
there.
Right behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you go down the side street next to Champion Motorsports and just drive straight, you'll go right through the front door of the church.
Yeah, exactly. If you end up turning on Sycamore there, just kind of hang a left as you go past the park there, and it'll take you right there to the same way there. But easier to go right that side street next to Champion and go down. But if you get turned too early, you can kind of navigate through the park there and get back over.
Right. I just can't say enough about it. I mean, it's going to be good.
Yeah. So really, is it all singing and stuff, or is it going to be some storytelling and everything else going on, or what's kind of the flow of the afternoon there?
Well, Mark Salas is also going to be there, and he's a keyboard player.
Okay.
And he'll do instrumental.
Okay. So it's a full-on concert, basically.
But not much talking.
All right. So just let the music do the talking.
Right.
I got you. Some people say I should do the same thing. But it's going to be a beautiful, in all gospel. I mean, if anybody that's probably heard of any of these gentlemen, Tom Blake or any of our performers that, they all probably
Marvin
got their
Roberts,
own.
Yeah.
They all got their own followings and here in the area, but all of them great musicians, and then when you put them all together, things tend to happen. So it's
fantastic.
Yeah. It's just going to be a lot of fun. Is there any cost or anything for the concert, or do they just need to bring themselves? What do we need to do here?
No, there's no cost to get in.
Okay.
We are going to ask
for donation,
for a love offering.
Okay. But that's only if you want to. You're under no obligation. We'd love to. If you're saying, I'd love to come, but I'm broke. No problem. Come on down. Be broke with us.
Well, the important thing is
the message.
Sharing the Lord with them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But the love offering is going to go to a Westminster Outreach Program.
Okay.
Which all that money goes back into this community.
Great.
If people, like the flood we had.
Mm-hmm. It's like an emergency fund for folks if they need it.
Yeah, nobody had insurance covering that flood because it hit an area that was not in a floodplain. And people are coming out of the woodwork looking for help.
Sure.
Because, I mean, we've been out cleaning up veterans' property.
Mm-hmm.
And if they had to do it by themselves, it would take them 6 months to get it cleared up.
Sure. And that's if they have the resources and everything to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to borrow tractors and
okay.
everything to get this stuff cleaned up.
But that's how things happen, though, too. Everyone kind of pulls together and helps each other out, and that's kind of the spirit of everything we're talking about here. Even with this concert on Saturday, it's all about coming together and celebrating our veterans, but also at the same time, let's celebrate God, celebrate our blessings, and if you can make a donation, great, because it's going to go and help other people that are in greater need in our community.
And I went to one of the churches here in town, and I'd rather not say which one, and asked them about doing a gospel show for them. And they turned me down.
Okay.
They said, no, we don't want outsiders coming in here bringing their ideas in. Well, our ideas are just to bring the Christian community together.
Sure.
I don't care if you're Methodist or Catholic or what you are.
You're Baptist or whatever in between.
If you claim to be a Christian, there's strength in numbers. And the Christian community is getting walked on by our government lately. And if we band together, there's a lot of strength in numbers.
Sure. Well, we as humans do everything in this earth to please God, and God's going to take care of the rest. So let's please God, and let's all work together as God's children to help others, and at the same time celebrate Him. So yeah, I don't think I just in my head maybe I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure when it's time to go through the pearly gates, there's not going to be different lines saying Presbyterian, Baptist. I think it's going to be a line to God.
And I mean, the government, for some reason, has no mercy when it comes to religion. They're almost as bad as radio DJs.
I don't know who's more insulted. Oh man, but it's gonna be a great show. You're right. Come out. It's the world's opening up again here. Let's come out. Let's get back to work, and let's get back to helping others and doing things. Especially some people fare better through this whole pandemic and everything better, and others haven't, and we want to help each other all out, and this is kind of part of that. So we, like you said, we got the donations raised, which, by the way, it's a free show altogether, but if you want to bring $5 or $10 or $1,000 or whatever you want to bring to donate to help the church, it would be an awesome thing. But it's we want to raise your spirits, and we want to get you closer to God, and also thank and remind those of those that are here on earth protecting our freedoms.
And we wouldn't even object if they brought more than $1,000.
Absolutely. $1 million, we'll accept that.
That's right.
A briefcase with small bills or unmarked, whatever you got to do. Just kidding. Don't rob a bank. But I'd love to have folks come out and enjoy and I'll tell you this right now, Tom Blake, who I know you work with hand in hand on a lot of this stuff. If you've never had a chance to check him out and do, he's ministering over at the church now, isn't he? If I remember right.
His title is Director of Ministry.
Okay.
Because in the Presbyterian Church, if you're not ordained by the Presbyterian Church, they won't call you pastor.
Gotcha.
But for all practical purposes, he is the pastor there.
He's guiding the flock right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. And by the way, he's on top of being just a good person, he's an awesome musician and singer and guitarist, and you could. He's one guy that I'm pretty sure. If he's losing the crowd during his sermon, he can pick him back up real quick with a song and get him back in.
Well, Tom is doing a great job there.
Yeah.
And he brought in another church, sharing Westminster.
Okay.
The Victory Outreach people, and Tom's services are at 9:30 on Sunday morning.
Okay.
Victory Outreaches are at 11:30 Sunday morning.
And if quote, if I'm wrong, tell me. But Victory Outreach, they help folks with dealing with addiction and all that. That's those folks, right? Or is that a different group?
No, they work with people with addictions.
Yeah, it's a great organization.
They're not limited to just that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I guess most people know if you have a family member that's dealing with addiction. I know this. The Victory Outreach program is way different than for what people call the traditional rehab. They're the ones that not only get you off the addiction, but fill the void with God and with what you're missing to begin with. And that's why their success rate is so much higher with, it's kind of one of those things. Their job is to connect people to God, but before they connect them to God, they help get them, shake some of the things the walls and things they built to kind of separate themselves from life. And that's usually alcohol, drugs, whatever vices that are plaguing them at the time.
Well, Pastor Pat is the pastor of Victory Outreach, was a meth addict, and 20 years ago, he gave it up and turned his life over to the Lord.
Yeah,
and
I think I've interviewed him here on the show a year or two ago, maybe during the pandemic.
He does a fantastic job there, and then he has a man helping him, Philip Wood, and Philip was a drug addict, and he cleaned up, and he's a dynamic personality. He does most of the work with the people that are in their rehab program.
Okay.
And
so he's right there. But anyway, you know what? If you want to learn more about Victory Outreach, come out on Saturday. There'll be folks there that can talk to you more about that too. If you want to come out, when you come out to the gospel show on Saturday and you say, hey, I heard Bob and Mike talking about the Victory Outreach program on the radio. Is there someone I could talk to about that? I'm sure we can find someone that can help you talk to.
Well, I'm not well versed on it.
But I'm sure there'll be, between Tom Blake and some of the other folks that'll be there on Saturday, I'm sure they can get you more information and get you in touch with the people you need to get in touch with.
Right.
But again, that's great to see that they're opening their home to saying, hey, we're going to bring in more folks that are on the same page as we are, getting people closer to God. And that's a good thing.
Amen.
Yeah, that's a real good thing. So, again, it's this Saturday at Westminster Presbyterian Church, which is right there, right behind Champion Motorsports on West 2nd as you're heading towards Ruidoso there.
2801 West 4th Street.
Yes, that's the official address if you want to punch it into your navigation units and all that. But basically, yeah, it's right over there by Enchanted Hills Park there, and is it Enchanted Hills Channel, the disc golf park there. And all, we just go over to the park there, But it's right there. 1 o'clock is when the concert will start on Saturday, again at Westminster Presbyterian Church. It's a completely free concert. If you'd like to make a love offering, that would be awesome. All of that will go to help the church keep continuing to help outreach and do things here in our community. At the moment, helping a lot of people with dealing with flood damage. That's kind of where most of the money's going at the moment here. But for helping folks out that way. So, if they have any questions or want any more information, be best to call the church or give you a holler or.
I'm retired.
Okay.
And Tom is working and busy.
Okay.
So probably call me.
Okay.
My number is 575-910-4648.
Okay. And of course, if you have any other, just come on out Saturday. Come out and enjoy. Come out for some great gospel music. Don't forget, as Bob mentioned, if there's Vietnam vets and Desert Storm vets, Gulf War vets. You had talked to Congresswoman Yvette Harrell's new vet liaison, and he's got some information, particularly for those Vietnam era and Gulf War era vets, as far as medically dealing with like Agent Orange, that kind of stuff. So please, if you come out, look, ask about that. That information will be passed out and given out at that event as well. If you're not available, call Bob here. He'll make sure he'll get that information to you.
I didn't mention this, but I had also met with Yvette Harrell.
Okay.
We had coffee here, and
she's a real nice lady. Sit down and talk.
She's very nice, and I could share a few of the things that she said also.
Okay. So definitely come out to this. I will say this, just because of my dealings with her as well. She has been very much keeping active on veterans issues since she's taken office.
Very
here.
Proactive.
Yeah, which you won't hear me complaining. So let's see. So just real quick though, about what was kind of if you don't mind, Sharon, what was one of the thoughts she had on some of the what's going on with vets issues and things like that? You had mentioned that she had a couple things, just you don't have to give them all to us, but just kind of just one of the things that she was concerned about or she brought up.
I hate to bring politics into this.
Sure, understand, but she is a politician.
But there's a lot of problems right now with our government denying help for veterans and seniors, and spending billions of dollars on illegals. That has to be changed somehow.
Sure.
I mean,
and that's one of her passion projects is border security. I would say passion project is right, but that's one of her posts of her pillars of things she's very concerned about.
It is, yeah. And I mean, I'm a senior citizen, and it's important to me to see these changes too.
I think a lot of us. I think we all put her in office for a reason here, and it's glad to see that she's taken it.
Yeah.
The amount of red tape she has to go through to get anything done, that's that's a Herculean task. But to be on it, that's as much as we can ask for someone representing us right now. One more time, this Saturday, come on out for a great gospel show as we celebrate our those who serve, those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, celebrate our veterans. Love to see more and more Vietnam and Gulf War veterans come out to this event. Enjoy great music for some great local musicians and just people of our community that come and do great things in our community. It's going to be 1 o'clock at Westminster Presbyterian Church there on 4th Street, right behind Champion Motorsports. Come on down, and completely free concert. But if you got a few extra briefcases full of cash lying around, bring them on down to donate to the church there. That'd be pretty cool. So, did we get it all, Bob?
Do what?
Do we get everything? Is there anything we missed that we wanted to make sure we told everybody?
I'm still trying to wake up.
About time you have a breakfast in you, it'll be good to go.
These DJs are so cruel getting it here.
I know. Well, here's the thing, Bob. At 10 o'clock, all this energy I'm doing, at 10:01, I turn into a pumpkin. And then I sit here and stare at the wall to try to regroup my energy. So I'm going to be a zombie here in about 3 hours. Well, thank you, Bob. Appreciate you waking up early this morning. Good news. Now you got more options to hunt around for some breakfast here if you've got a little time on your hands since you're up this early.
It would be nice if you'd buy.
Tanner will get you. He makes all the big bucks. Should have got you in on a Friday. Then I would have plenty of breakfast here for you.
I rushed out with no money in my pocket.
Well, I'm married, so I do that all the time anyway.
Oh.
I'm like, money in my pocket? What does that mean? But thank you, Bob. Appreciate you. We'll see you next time here, and we'll try to bring in at a more sociable hour next time if we can. All right. Appreciate you, Bob. Take care. It is 7:47. Let's go ahead and pause for some town hall news, along with the Kim Commando update. We also have your Chaves County Sports Report updating all this playoff softball and baseball here with Eric Butler coming up as well. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Custodians of New Mexico's two multi-billion-dollar financial trusts that underwrite public education and infrastructure spending are now weighing whether to give greater weight to issues of social responsibility and sustainability in investment decisions. The State Investment Council, headed by Democrat Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham on Tuesday, kicked off deliberations about its investment strategies and a possible policy change to give greater consideration to a host of environmental, societal, and governance concerns. State health officials announced Tuesday that 4 people have each won $250,000 prizes as part of the New Mexico vaccine sweepstakes. They were the first 4 winners of Vax to the Max sweepstakes. The $10 million cash is funded by federal stimulus and intended to incentivize COVID-19 vaccines. 4 vaccinated New Mexicans, one from each public health region of the state, are each confirmed winners of $250,000. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
The most optimistic thing you can say about Instagram these days is that it's in a slump. Too many influencers, not enough people to be influenced. I'm Kim Commando with Instagram's Sad News, brought to you by StartMail. Email can put you at risk of data breaches, identity theft, and fraud. Try encrypted email free at startmail.com/Kim. Instagram wants to find social media. A year ago, the 18 to 24-year-old set spent a half hour or more every single day on Instagram. Today, news out, it's about 15 minutes a day. Influencers have lost their ability to attract business to their brands. Advertisers are spending less on those wannabe celebrities. In 2019, a snapshot of an egg surpassed Kylie Jenner, and it became Instagram's most popular photo. No, Instagram is not about to close shop, not yet anyway, but there is a clear, measurable decline in its appeal, and left unchecked, an eventual MySpace implosion cannot be ruled out. Get more tech news 24/7 at commando.com. Have you ever read the fine print when you start browsing in incognito mode? It says that your activity might still be visible to your employer, school, or internet service provider. To really stop people from seeing the sites you visit, you need ExpressVPN. Think about all the times you've used Wi-Fi at a coffee shop, a hotel, or even at your parents' house. Without ExpressVPN, every site you visit could be logged by the admin of that network. And that's still true, even when you're in incognito mode. ExpressVPN is an app that encrypts all your network data and reroutes it through a network of secure servers so that your private online activity stays just that, private. ExpressVPN works on all your devices, and it's super easy to use. The app literally has one button. You tap it to connect, and your browsing activity is secure from prying eyes. Protect yourself at expressvpn.com/Kim and get 3 extra months free on annual plans. That's expressvpn.com/Kim, expressvpn.com/Kim.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot temperatures today and a little bit of moist air over eastern New Mexico, so we can't rule out an isolated afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Otherwise, it'll be sunny and hot with our afternoon highs between 104 and 107. An isolated storm this evening down to the low 70s, and then a sunny and hot day tomorrow. A little bit breezy with highs around 103. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Welcome to DSI, New Mexico's business technology leader. We help you digitally transform your business to do more, faster, and more secure. Selecting DSI gives you access to the world's best technologies, award-winning local technicians, and our commitment to the New Mexico communities we serve. One local source for all your technology products, services, and the personalized support you can only get from DSI.
It's time for the Southeastern New Mexico Sports Report. It was in earnest the beginning of the state baseball and softball playoffs yesterday. And of course, that means some teams move on and some teams see the season come to an end. Let's go to the scoreboard. In softball, Carlsbad and Artesia playing well all season long. Both teams continue with victories. Carlsbad beats Rio Rancho 4-1. Artesia thumps Pewaukee 14-0. End of the season, though, for Goddard, who loses at Silver 14-3. In baseball, Carlsbad season comes to an end, falling to Hobbs 4-2. But Artesia wins at Santa Teresa 5-2. Artesia's into the semis at St. Pius on Thursday. Goddard baseball falls at Miyamura. Miyamura was the second seed by a final score of 6-1. NMMI wins a thriller in Bayard against Copray 6-5, and Gateway Christian beats back Mesilla Valley 19-2. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at 92.9 The Brand.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. Construction has started on an $898 million station that will directly connect the Los Angeles International Airport to the region's light rail and bus transportation systems. The airport metro connector will connect with an automated people mover train being built to carry people to and from the airport's terminals. Steven Spielberg has set a new deal with Netflix. His production company will make multiple feature films per year for the streaming giant. The partnership is a major get for the company that, amid increasing competition, brings perhaps the most beloved film director more officially into the streaming fold. On Wall Street, the Dow gained 68 points to 33,945. The Nasdaq up 111 to 14,253. And the S&P 500 up 21 to 4,246. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
When you need an oil change, but you don't want to sit at the shop all day, call Nazca Quick Lube. They're new to town, and what makes them unique is that they come to you. As your car is parked at work or wherever, they will change the oil and provide a tire rotation and restore your headlights, so you don't have to spend hours sitting at the shop. Call 808-9134. That's 808-9134. Nazca Quick Lube. Let their quality service come to you.
Travis Hicks, Richland Auto Group. I'm here at Richland Chevrolet and Richland Dodge, living and working through some unprecedented times in my business and in our country. Even though it appears our lots are virtually empty, we're still selling new Chevys, GMCs, Buicks, Cadillacs, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams. They're just selling right off the truck. Keep an eye on our websites. You can find them by Googling Richland Motors Roswell, as they show incoming inventory up to a few weeks out. Also, there hasn't been a better time to sell or trade your car in my whole career. Anemic new car inventories make the value of your car higher than ever. We've recently been able to give people who purchased their vehicles as far back as 2018 as much now as they paid then. Let me say it again. The car you bought as far back as 2018 could be worth as much as you paid for it then. And the best news is that our governor's color designation doesn't change the value of your trade. Freedom, trading at Richland. Just another reason to do business with Richland, where service is now job one.
It's an old story. You go on vacation, you relax, you have a good time, and then you come home to a world of disarray. Your mail is backed up. You have 100 messages on your voicemail. Your lawn is 3 feet tall, and your pool has developed a nasty algae problem. Well, the good people at BioGuard can't solve all your problems, but they can help you with your pool. So before you go on vacation, stop at Mays Lumber at 115 South Virginia in Roswell and ask about their special vacation plan. BioGuard has a wide variety of products that will find algae and take care of your pool. So when you come home from your vacation, you can depend on your pool to relieve your stress and not add to it. Because BioGuard guards more than your pool. They guard your time, your vacation, and your peace of mind. BioGuard at Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell.
We cut to order, special order, products old and new. You can count on Mays Lumber Company.
He's dipping. She's dipping. Everybody's dipping with Fruit Loop dipped cones from Wiener Schnitzel Tasty Freeze in Roswell. Fruity, fun, and fantastic. Try a candy shake with Oreos, Reese's, or M&M's. A delicious tasty shake, or put the cherry on top with old-fashioned sundaes. Find Wiener Schnitzel on Facebook for coupons and specials. Fruit Loop dipped cones and a whole lot more. Waiting for you now at Wiener Schnitzel Tasty Freeze on North Main in Roswell. The coolest spot in town.
Did you know that most burglaries occur during the day? Why, you ask? Most of us are at work, leaving the burglar to go unnoticed. Did you know the average loss from a home burglary is over $2,200? Not including one's loss of emotional security in their own home. Avoid being a burglar's target market and get a monitored security system from Zenith Security Services, all for around $1 a day. Wouldn't you agree that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure? Call Zenith Security Services today, 626-3521.
Hey, Mark.
Morning, Sam.
Having the house remodeled?
Nah, I got termites, and they're chewing the place up.
Welcome to the neighborhood. I've got them too.
Really?
Yeah, just had a termite treatment put in.
You did? I didn't see a lot of digging around your house.
That's because I went with the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System. It's a lot easier to install than what you're doing. They just place bait stations around the house, and then the termites share the bait with each other until the colony is gone. No digging, no chemical solution, just simple protection that's environmentally responsible.
Wow.
Yeah, I even got a green chemistry award from the EPA.
Centricon, huh? I'll be right back.
Hey, where you going?
Tell these guys to stop digging. I'm getting Centricon.
Call Bob Reed Pest Control today in Roswell, 623-5344, or anywhere in southeast New Mexico at 877-623-5344.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 7% of American adults, roughly 16.4 million Americans, believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. We don't know if they asked them where strawberry milk comes from. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning, 7:58. Well, it doesn't matter where you think the cows come from as long as you visit, here's a segue, the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop here in downtown Roswell. That's right. They are utterly stocked full of great seasonal and floral fabrics. Everything you need to get your projects done. Right now, brand new to the Calico Cow, they've got new Brother sewing machines available and on sale. Learn more, and you can shop online, too. Visit their website, roswellquilting.com. Or better yet, move on over to the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop. They are located here in downtown Roswell, right really across from Reichman Park downtown between 3rd and 4th Street. Can't miss it. They're on the, I guess you could say, the northbound side of Main Street there. But swing on by. They've got you covered. Angel and her folks there, just amazing folks, really getting involved with the community and doing a lot. They've got classes for folks if you want to learn more about sewing projects and things. And, of course, all the equipment and things you need to get it done. So check them out. Stop on by here downtown Roswell or visit that website, roswellquilting.com. Remember, want to know how? Move on into the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop. All right, we're closing in on 8 o'clock. We're going to talk with Amanda from Big Brothers and Big Sisters next hour. Don't go away. We'll be back.
Your home for Coast to Coast AM in Roswell, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
This hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. In the midst of a coast-to-coast crime wave, President Biden set to announce his plan for combating the violence, and apparently tougher gun laws are a part of that plan.
Across the country, homicides and gun assaults have been on the rise, and Biden administration officials are bracing for what could be a turbulent summer. To deal with violent crime, the president will announce a zero-tolerance policy aimed at gun dealers who fail to comply with federal law. He also will propose sending more money to cities that need more police support.
That's White House correspondent Greg Clugston. Senate Democrats are vowing to keep fighting for election reform after Republicans block their so-called For the People Act from advancing. Russia claims one of its warships in the Black Sea fired warning shots and a warplane dropped bombs, chasing a British destroyer out of waters off Crimea. The BBC's Jonathan Beale on board the British vessel.
This was a deliberate move by the Royal Navy warship HMS Defender, but while it was carrying out this transit... And that is another Russian aircraft buzzing the warship here in the Black Sea. There have been at times more than 20 aircraft above the warship, and indeed we have heard shots fired. We believe they were out of range. The HMS Defender continued its journey, and now it is back in international waters.
And the British military denies Russian claims that the ship was actually fired on. A leading pro-democracy voice in Hong Kong will fall silent. The Apple Daily newspaper will close in a few days. Stocks modestly higher on Wall Street right now. The Dow is up a fraction. The Nasdaq ahead 57 points, and the S&P is up 7 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
I have a traumatizing childhood memory of an Easter egg hunt. The big hunt was a big deal in our family, and I have this memory of running and excitedly reaching for eggs, only to have my big brother and sister sweep in and steal them at the last second. It's Ryan, and unfortunately, this is a traumatizing reality our Faith and Family Mortgage team is seeing from families across the country. Families are finding their dream home, only to have it pulled away by another hunter at the last second. At United Faith Mortgage, we unfortunately cannot scare off the other hunters, but we can very quickly get you pre-approved and make it look as good as possible to sellers. And then, once you do grab that Easter egg,
see our story and read how our direct lender advantage can often save your family monthly and lifelong money at UnitedFaithMortgage.com.
we are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1335. Racket NMLS number 65233. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
The first person in Hong Kong to be charged under a China-backed national security law has pleaded not guilty on day one of his trial. The man accused of driving his motorbike into a group of police officers while flying a protest flag bearing the slogan, "Liberate Hong Kong, Revolution of Our Times." The BBC's Martin Yip is in Hong Kong.
Since it's tried at the High Court, it could really go up to the maximum prescribed by the Chinese Parliament in this law, which would be life imprisonment. So this is really a water testing case, especially it's the very one to be prosecuted under this law. If he found guilty, he could end up in prison for life.
Tokyo's governor will take time off to recover from severe fatigue 1 month before the Olympics get underway. As the host city's leader, the governor has been deeply involved with preparations for the Olympics and Paralympics. News and analysis, townhall.com. They refused the shot. Now they're out of a job.
More than 150 employees at Houston Methodist Hospital System who refused to comply with the COVID-19 vaccine mandate have been fired or resigned. A spokesperson for the system says 153 employees resigned or were terminated on Tuesday after a 2-week suspension period. The departures followed a ruling by a federal judge that threw out a lawsuit filed by 117 employees challenging the requirement. On June 12th, U.S. District Judge Lynn Hughes said if employees of the hospital system objected to the requirement, they could work elsewhere. The plaintiffs have filed an appeal. I'm Mike Gracia.
Airports around the country will share $8 billion in federal relief designed to help them recover from the coronavirus pandemic. The FAA announcing the grants this week. Most of the money will go to big airports, ones that are served by commercial airlines. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. And I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2
The deuce
of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Good stuff.
I got a question for you, and maybe you can clear it up, maybe not. I read an article in the while news is on there.
Okay.
And this might be an article like in your like radio prep stuff, so I'm wondering maybe you have a little more info.
All right, I'll do my best.
I read this article about a lady who was pregnant, and she was at the airport in Miami International Airport.
Okay.
She gave birth to said baby at the airport.
Oh, hey.
Well, in honor of the baby...
Please tell me they didn't make her check it. Sorry.
No, I was carry on. I'm pretty sure they'll let her get on a plane.
$40 extra bag fee.
But in honor of the baby being born at Miami International Airport, which their acronym is MIA,
right?
They named the kid
Mia.
Oh,
that's cute.
But my question is, I read this article online. So, is the kid's name Mia, or are they trying to be like Miami and call it Maya?
So I'm going to argue. Okay, no, I don't know.
But there's no I. I would think there'd be a Y to call it Maya.
Now, here's where I'm going to educate you on child name logic. Okay, because I don't know much about the story.
Yeah.
But I do know how Mayas work. Mayas and Mias.
Well, I would say Maya too, or Mia.
Because I've got both in my realm, in my world. My niece's name is Maya.
Okay.
Spelled M-A-Y-A.
Okay.
As most modern Mayas are spelled.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Or M-Y-R-A maybe.
Or an M, like Y. Usually there's some type of difference, some type of accent.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's an M-A-Y-A in the modern spellings of Maya.
Like Mayan, like the Mexican native, Mayan.
But I got a friend whose daughter is Mia and was very specific. I was like, is it Mia? Or she said, it's Mia. So yes.
And they spell M-I-A.
M-I-A.
Yeah, and that's generally when you see Mia, you say Mia, or M-I-A, it's Mia. But I was wondering in this instance, because they're naming the kid after Miami International Airport.
It is a girl, right?
I think so. Yes.
I would hope.
I assumed. I didn't.
Right.
To be honest, I didn't read the entire.
Otherwise, that kid's name's gonna be like Mianuel.
Yeah, I didn't read the word for word. I just started reading highlights, and then my brain said, "Is it Maya or Mia?" I'm like, I'm reading Mia when I read this article, but if it's Miami International Airport, should it be Maya?
Now we've said both so many times that they've completely lost all meaning. So thank you. You've completely ruined me on my niece.
Well, congratulations
that.
Congratulations to the family who had a baby in the Miami International Airport, and congratulations on your healthy Mia or Maya or whatever the official pronunciation is.
Here's hoping you weren't flying on Spirit Air.
There you go.
Just not like for any reason. I just hope you guys weren't flying on Spirit. That's
well, I think in all fairness, she
home.
wasn't on the plane yet, so I think I'm guessing the flight, wherever she was going, probably didn't happen. So. I mean, I'm pretty sure after birth they don't let you get on the plane.
Well, yeah, probably not. I'm going to assume though that it was probably happened somewhere during the security process. Just she was getting wanted to make sure that she was actually not packing C4 or something.
Actually, she was having a drink in the VIP lounge.
That makes much more
Just
sense.
kidding.
Trying to get loose before a flight.
Not like a scotch to relax you when you're pregnant.
People get stressed out, right? I'm not saying take our advice. We're just here to fill air.
Yeah, don't take that advice.
I wouldn't.
That is not sage advice. Don't quote me on that one.
There it is. Hang on, I wasn't even ready. There you go.
All right. Well, let me give you the rundown for this hour. We're going to get you up to date with the weather and all that here in just a little bit. Then here in just a few, we're going to have Amanda Ware join us from Big Brothers and Big Sisters for Southeast New Mexico here and get an update on that. I'm pretty sure the one thing I know is they're going to they always need bigs. Bigs are
some bigs.
Always in demand here. So if you're interested in becoming a big, stay tuned. We're gonna tell you all about why you should. So
big ups.
Yeah. So Amanda will join us here in just a few. Later on, we'll get you up to date with the news of the local variety, along with your town hall business update and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Before we do any of that, though, let's go ahead and take a look at your weather, which is going to be hot, but we could see moisture. They're saying there's a chance, but more hot first.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot temperatures today and a little bit of moist air over eastern New Mexico, so we can't rule out an isolated afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Otherwise, it'll be sunny and hot with our afternoon highs between 104 and 107. An isolated storm this evening down to the low 70s, and then a sunny and hot day tomorrow, a little bit breezy with highs around 103. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 78 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity right at 60% with winds out of the south at 16 miles per hour. Expect mostly sunny and hot today with a high of 105, but there is a 20% chance at some showers and thunderstorms after 3 o'clock today. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with an overnight low of 72. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Free Thursday, another sunny and hot day with a high of 103. But once again, we're looking at a 20% chance at some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Winds 5 to 15 out of the southwest tomorrow. Looking at a 30% chance at showers and thunderstorms Thursday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 72. Friday, 20% chance of rain for the afternoon as well there. Again, sunny, highs right around 103 once again. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. 30% chance at showers and thunderstorms mainly before midnight Friday night as well. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 71. And then things cool down and the rain chances actually pick up a little bit after that. Saturday, 30% chance of rain, mostly sunny, highs right around 94. So about 8-10 degree drop there. Saturday night, we're looking at a 50% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 67. Sunday, 60% chance at showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid-80s, 86 for a high on Sunday. Sunday night, 50% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 85. And then even Monday, when you head back to work, a 40% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, highs once again in the mid-80s. So, yeah, we're going to be hot and all that for the next couple days. But really on Saturday, we'll start seeing a dip in those temps and an increase in chance in some of that moisture. So, knock on wood, cross your fingers, do your rain dance, do what you got to do to make that happen. All right, it is 8:13, and before we take a break here, Zia Guns USA here in Roswell, they've got you covered. They've got Rossi 22 caliber rifles on sale now, just $149 each while supplies last. They also have a full line of Tacticam. They're your official Tacticam dealer, the same ones you see on the hunting shows worldwide. They've got new shipments of Benchmade knives and case knives in stock as well, too. And they're buying guns. They've got cash on hand, so you can walk away with that cash today. Zia Guns USA also carries Black Rifle Coffee. The whole line is available and waiting for you to pick up right now at Zia Guns. Also, they are your only authorized Dr. Squatch retailer in the region. You may have seen their soap products for men online. Well, you can smell it, touch it, and taste it if that's your thing at Zia Guns USA right here in Roswell. And if you're looking to give gifts and things, I know Father's Day was just around the corner, so you might have missed out on that one, but maybe got some birthdays or maybe a belated grad gift or whatever. They've got gift certificates, too, available, too, at Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. They are open every day but Saturday. They spend Saturdays with family, and you should, too. They're even open on Sundays. Stop on by 1907 North Main here at Zia Guns USA in Roswell, and, they got you covered. They're really good at, and even if you're having trouble finding things, talk to them. They're really good about finding stuff for people. All right, 8:15. We're going to take about 350. I don't know how it turned out that way, but we're going to take a quick break, and then Amanda Ware with Big Brothers and Big Sisters is going to join us here in just a few. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify complete list of states licensed, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
When it comes to effortless pool care, BioGuard's comprehensive pool care systems are simply the best. That's because each system is broken down into 3 easy-to-follow steps, starting with step 1, adding silk sticks, silk tabs, or silk smart sticks to quickly sanitize and kill bacteria. Then you follow up with steps 2 and 3, using the recommended shock to destroy contaminants and algicide to stop algae. Simple as 1, 2, 3, huh? Visit Mays Lumber today to learn more about all of BioGuard's simple pool care system.
You can count on Mays Lumber Company.
When you think of home health care here in Roswell, what's the first thing that pops into your head? That's right, Frontier Medical. We've been doing it better than anyone else for over 20 years. From in-home nursing to physical therapy and so much more. Doctors and hospitals from Albuquerque to Lubbock and everywhere in between have been trusting their patients to us here at Frontier Medical. So when it's time to make a choice, remember Frontier Medical. 575-627-1112. Frontier Medical.
Name to remember.
Eastern New Mexico University is open for visitors to come to visit our campus. Come be our guest for a guided tour of one of the best small-town college atmospheres in the Southwest. Take a look at all ENMU has to offer, including the best residence halls in New Mexico as recognized by Niche.com. Sign up today for your personal tour of ENMU and our beautiful campus by visiting enmu.edu/visit. Explore, experience, excel. Eastern New Mexico University.
Want to make this Father's Day a little cooler? Every Saturday in June, Richland is giving away a handcrafted, one-of-a-kind American flag cooler. Yup, a brand new cooler every Saturday. Just head for either Richland Chevy on West 2nd or Richland Dodge at the Y and register. That's it. No purchase necessary. Just drop in and sign up. Richland wants to celebrate dads all month long, and the coolest way to say
thanks, Daddy,
is with a brand new cooler. So stop in and sign up for a cool way to say
Happy Father's Day
from Richland Motors. Ride for the brand.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service also allows me to be there for my community in ways others can't. I help my hometown recover after nature strikes. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country and those I care about safe from threats. I also work with a network of professionals that help me succeed. Also, the Army National Guard's education benefits make getting a higher education a reality. Being an Army National Guard soldier makes living and serving in my community more rewarding every day. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. During your lifetime, you'll produce enough saliva to fill 2 swimming pools. Spit out this bit of information at your next pool party. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 8:19, and joining us in studio this morning from Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Southeast New Mexico, Amanda Ware back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Good. How's summer been so far for you? Have you had a chance to do any summer-like things yet?
No. Just kind of try to stay inside and
she's like, sweat. Yeah, I did that.
Shield myself from the heat that we've been experiencing.
Yeah. So.
It just seems like summer got hotter earlier
it did.
than usual.
I don't think we had spring.
No, we didn't
went
have
from
any
winter
spring.
to summer in a span of a week. So. But with warmer temperatures means people are getting outside, the world's starting to open up again, which is good news for everybody, but very much so for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. It's been a real struggle for the last year and a half, 2 years here of COVID. Let's face it, Big Brothers prior to COVID was in need of new bigs to come and be a part of this. COVID turned that from a urgent situation to a critical situation. And so now, more than ever, we need adults to step up and say, hey, I'd like to spend a little time in some of these kids' lives and be a part of this. And so We're not. I know we come in every time we talk to you. It's kind of like, come on, we really. No, this time we're at those levels where this could pose impacts on these kids' lives if we don't do something about this. So
well, some of these children have been waiting on our wait list for quite some time, and then with COVID happening and all the schools shutting down,
your resources to do this dried up. Yeah,
they have been at home with very little avenues to go out and explore the community. Everything was shut down.
Yeah,
but I think as of July 1, we're supposed to be opening.
Yeah, no, I think is that the magic. I knew it was like we hit the 2-week thing, and I was like, I know we're in that 2-week waiting for everyone to be at the
July. It's something we track.
Yeah,
but yeah, July 1, everything's supposed to be.
Is there a countdown clock somewhere?
Yeah, this is our countdown clock. So, as you may know, our program has 2 different types of categories for bigs. You can be a site or a school-based mentor, meaning you will meet your littles at a specific site.
And generally the school-based, that's for like your high school seniors and things that it's kind of like an after-school program or lunch buddy kind of program,
that
something similar to that.
Right. And then we also have a community-based program, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So for our community-based program, if you volunteer as a big, of course, we have an extensive screening process. So you have to go through an interview. It's about 2 hours long. And then we do a background check. CYFD runs our fingerprints, so we get the results back within a week or 2.
Okay.
And then we do a LexisNexis for driving history and things like that.
I didn't know what that's called. That's kind of LexisNexis.
Well, it's the company that runs our third-party.
I feel like it's very Star Trek sounding to me. I feel like Captain Picard's going to come out.
There is an extensive background check.
Okay.
So all of this, once you sign up or once you say that you're interested, someone from the office will contact you and set up your interviews and things like that. Answer any specific questions that you might have. So it could take a month or 2 before you're completely through the process and ready to be paired with little.
Yeah, and then in that process, like you said, there's questionnaires. Like the first part, obviously, is the background check stuff. Make sure there's no safety issues there. Once that part's established, you're not done answering questions, but this is for the benefit of the match. This is now think of the dating game. Think of Match.com.
That is correct.
We're trying to learn about you, and then when we go through our search of littles, we're trying to pair you up with a little that you're going to jive with, you're going to mesh with, you're going to have some connections with.
Not only are the bigs interviewed, the littles and their parents are interviewed as well. So that when we make the match, we try to pair you with interests that common interests, so that you'll have a jumping off point.
Next thing you know, like it could be, and that's the thing. It doesn't have to be like these amazing things. Well, I'm a rock climber, and then I go spelunking in the caverns, and then I go off to European bird watching. No. We don't need to do all that stuff to try to impress women or men with, when you're picking up a date. We're talking. I know the move. I was going to get a tattoo right here, but stop that. What we're saying is we just want to, hey, if you like, you know what? I'm a science fiction nerd. I love on Star Wars. Well, guess what? We're gonna find a kid that likes that too, and y'all have that common thing or something, or maybe like, you know what? I'm a model railroad enthusiast. All right, we're going to find a kid that loves that kind of stuff too, and maybe who's that as your connection. Or maybe it's like, you know what, or maybe I'm a crafter. I love sewing. I love doing that. Let's find a child that loves doing arts and crafts too. Maybe you can teach them some new ways to do it, and they can teach you some new. I mean, that's what we're talking about here is finding those common links.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have a list here of littles who are on our waiting list.
Okay.
If I can just tell you a little bit about them and what they're looking for in a big.
Exactly. This is great because I think part of the problem in getting bigs is they don't think that they're the right person for it. What do I know about kids, or what do I? And well, now you're going to pardon the pun or pardon the connection here, but you're going to hear it from the horse's mouth. Right. You're going to hear exactly what they're looking for.
So right here, I have a little boy. He is 10 years old.
Okay.
His name is George, and he is looking for a big that doesn't mind talking about snakes, bugs, and sharks.
All right, we got an animal lover.
He hopes his big would like to play Jenga and go to the zoo to look at snakes.
Okay.
George enjoys playing in a gym, playing outdoor and indoor games. He likes playing Jenga or chess, and he likes to talk about different types of bugs and snakes.
Nice. So
that is what he's looking for.
How often do you find a kid that loves chess? That could be a great little. How many conversations and things happen over a game of chess? I mean, that's pretty cool. So maybe you can talk about snakes while playing chess.
Right. And then
that's cool.
And this little boy, he's 8. His name is Nathan. He is looking for a big who doesn't mind playing in mud. Nathan would love a big who could talk to him about the military or is a fireman or policeman.
Wow.
He enjoys building with Legos. He likes music and loves to play Army and play with his cars and remote control helicopter.
All right. That sounds like me as a kid, running around playing Army in the woods, and there's a whole lot of, and I'm you know what? I'm pretty sure there's quite a few bigs around town that would love to get in the mud puddle with you and play around, and that's what we're talking about here is you don't have to plan these grandiose things. I'm sure there's a bunch of dudes, and probably mostly dudes because these are 2 boys here with their interest, are going, okay, play in the mud. Yeah, got that.
Talking about snakes?
Yeah, talking about snakes. Got that. You want to play some chess? Yeah, let's do this. You want to talk about military or these are the same things you like.
We also have girls on our wait list.
Yes.
Normally, we have a whole bunch of female volunteers and very few male volunteers.
Males are the
harder to capture.
They're the what's the dodo bird, if you will, out there, the elusive gazelle are out there. But right now, we have over 30 littles on our waiting list. Okay.
Ready to be paired or in the process to be paired.
Okay.
We have less than 10 bigs.
Wow.
Waiting to be paired.
So you can do the math there.
Right. During COVID, we matched what we had as often as we could.
Yeah.
And our avenues to recruit bigs have been very limited over the last year.
And unfortunately, because of the world we lived in this last 2 years, some of these kids have been on the waiting list for years.
3 or 4 years.
Yeah. That's it's bad in many levels. One is because, kids are only kids for so long. They grow up so fast. And I know for them it's forever, but you and I know next thing you blink your eye, you're 40. But on top of that, it's got to be rough on the psyche of these kids saying, I got picked in the program and they can't find me a big. I mean, I imagine there's got to be a little bit of just mental playing with their heads a little bit, thinking, well, maybe I'm not worthy of this, and we know all that's not true. It's just everyone's lives are going.
Some of our littles, they sign up as a family. So like if a mom will have 2 or 3 children, we'll sign them up and try to find a big for each of them.
Yeah.
Sometimes we find a big for 1 or 2, and then that other,
so that really comes into play there.
Waiting
I'm
on
sure.
the wait list for quite some time.
So eliminate that problem by just signing up. Maybe sign up as maybe husband and wife, each take a big.
We can do family matches.
You can do a couple situations. There's many different, I guess you say, equations to make the big little matches happen here. I know for the most part you like to pair boys with men and females, women with girls. But, desperate times call for, desperate. So sometimes there's unique situations on some of these things.
There are unique situations.
Yeah.
We can pair like a family, say a husband and a wife, if they want to sign up together and mentor the little as a couple.
Yeah.
We would pair them with the little boy.
Good deal.
Sometimes we can pair little boys that are under the age of 10 with the female big.
Okay.
But that's about the only
generally you like to
matching that we can do.
And really And I don't. We haven't had a chance to do this, so I kind of want to do this every time. You're not playing the role of a parent as a big. The role of a big is you are just that mentor friend person. You're there and each situation's unique. Sometimes these children come from 2-parent homes, single-parent homes, foster system. Sometimes they come from affluent families, not affluent families. Sometimes sometimes it's just a case of parents are there. They just work a lot. They're busy, and they want another influence in their life, someone that can expose their children to some things and stuff that they can't or don't have the ability to do. And that's where big brothers and big sisters. It's there to serve as that mentor to help strengthen the foundation for that kid, regardless of what else is going on in their life.
And actually, that's part of our pairing process. Whenever a big makes it through the screening and we're about to pair them, we do give extensive training to the bigs so that they're not walking
blind
into this situation blind. We explain that you're not a parent, you're not a counselor, you're not a piggy bank. It's about quality time, not necessarily what all you can give or provide to the family.
Yeah,
it's
you're
just
creating
quality time with you and the little.
Yeah, you're really creating memories and creating life lessons. I mean, as adults, think about the memories you hold on to from your childhood and I guarantee the ones that really stick out, and it's not the grand trip, it's not the adventure, you know what I mean? It's not that thing. It's going to be that moment. It's like we were sitting around this campfire telling a story, and I remember, it's always those little moments that kind of stick in your brain and just kind of have the bigger impacts on you. And really, when you boil it all down, that's all you're doing with Big Brother. You're creating those memories for these kids. So when they're adults and things, they use this to their own successes and life lessons and become better people. That's and I would also, I'm guessing you probably see a lot of people that are now bigs that were once littles themselves and paying that forward and things. So it's really a great thing to do. So we got some more stories?
Yes, we do. We have some girls on our waiting list.
All right, let's hear some of their hobbies.
We have a little Katie. She's 8. She's looking for a big who is patient and loves to do girl stuff, like going to the store, painting nails, and doing makeovers.
Okay.
As well as outdoor activities like going to the park. She likes dancing, drawing, watching cartoons, and playing with stuffed animals. Now, she loves the water, but she doesn't like to swim.
Okay, so maybe if you got a swimmer out there, maybe this is your connection, and you get them more in the water, and they love the water. Well, let's get you swimming so you can love it more.
And then we have Amber. She's 7. She's looking for a big with a great sense of humor and a big heart.
Okay.
She wants her big to be a good cook and likes to try new foods.
All right, so if you want to experiment with foods, this is your guinea pig.
She enjoys her dog, going out to eat, cooking and traveling, and she also wants her big sister who doesn't mind watching her favorite movie, Frozen.
Okay.
More than once.
Well,
and more than once is underlined.
So basically, it's on loop wherever you're
bolded, at. Yes.
So you'll be willing to let it go.
Absolutely.
Well, cool. But if you love cooking, I think you just found your partner in crime cooking there, because sounds like she wants to get a little adventurous cooking. And if you're kind of like, I wanted to, let's just try it together and see where this tastes like, that could be your in right there. I mean, how many families celebrate memories over food? All of us, every single one of us on the planet. I don't care if you're a human being, you've got a food memory or food, and it's all related to family and all of that stuff. So that's cool. All right.
I mean, we have a lot of these stories. Just
right.
Little kids. They're not looking for anything big or elaborate. Just painting their nails or talking about snakes or
they just want to live life,
playing in the mud.
Yeah. It's. I think. And I'm learning this in my own life. As we get older, you tend to take for granted being exposed to new things and like thinking the first time you ever did this or had this. And it's like, think about it. When's the first time you ever had a hot dog at a baseball game or something like that? And you kind of think back and it's like, oh, wow, and it's, and that's, you're just creating those moments and creating that with these kids. And that's all they're looking for. We're not, like I said, you don't have to. You heard the lists from these kids here, and I'm going to do another girl here too. But they like the same things you do, guys. I know all of you are like, I like playing Army. I like getting outside and getting in the mud and all that. And girls, I don't care how many times. Y'all love watching that Frozen movie. I've seen it 1,000 times. I've never seen the whole movie, but I don't have to. I just walk into rooms and it's on, and I caught enough of it to know almost the whole story. And I've never sat down and watched the movie. But that's they like same things. They shopping, go and get your nails done, go and walk into the park. These are the same things you like. You just get to do it with these kids that I think it's going to make it more fun for you too, because now. Because this is what's going to happen. And say you have an affinity for shopping, and then this young girl also has affinity for shopping. ladies, you're going to turn into like the Yoda of shopping because now you've got your Padawan. I know I'm getting nerded on y'all with the Star Wars references, but now you've got your protege in shopping, and you're going to be like, all right, girl, we got you covered. You like shoes? Now I'm going to show you how to find shoes, and you're going to love that.
You don't actually have to buy anything.
Exactly.
You can write them down, make a wish list, show them how to budget.
Yeah.
Like teaching life lessons in things that you enjoy together.
So you like these shoes, but they're $50 now. We're going to come back next week, and they're going to be on sale, and they're $20.
Show them about sales. Show them how to budget. Show them, how to.
Yeah, that's all part of it.
Plan.
Yeah. And then it's living life and just kind of hanging out with these folks. So let's do another one of the.
One more girl.
All right.
So I have Andrea. She's 9. She is looking for a big who loves fashion, likes to play outside, and who can do cheer activities with.
Okay.
Andrea has had a little bit of bullying.
Okay.
So she wants a big sister who can talk to her about that and make her feel
more
better about herself, more confident.
Opening up.
And just talk about ways to deal with bullying and how to stand up for yourself and gain some self-confidence.
Sure. Understand and well, great. And so any cheer dance
she
folks
enjoys
out there?
Cheer, tumbling, playing outside. She loves animals.
Okay.
And anything to do with jumping on a trampoline.
Awesome.
And she wants to be a veterinarian or a doctor when she grows up.
All right. Excellent. So maybe there's a vet or a doc out there that's got some free time and would like to spend an hour a week with this girl and show her the animals and mentor a little bit on just like all children need, navigating life. That's that question she's having with bullying. Every one of us on the planet has had that same thought in our head at some point. Whether I think every single one of us at one point or another in life have experienced a situation where you feel bullied or something like that. And, having that experience yourself, you can use that to help her and how to navigate through that. Because we all have those experiences. We just do. It's part of growing up and part of life. It is. So that's what it is. That's all. I mean, it's not as hard as we build things up to be. It's just really being a human being with these kids. That's what it is. Hanging out, showing a little kindness, a little love, a little compassion, and that little show pays huge dividends in making a difference. And because that's human beings. I mean, you look at human. You show someone compassion and love, and they're going to run with that. That's just that's how our brains are wired and everything. I don't care where you come from, what your background is, where on earth you were placed on this earth when they put you here. That's the same in everybody. And we can all help each other find that. And with these kids that don't have all the opportunities sometimes just because life happens, this is a great way to give back and to be a part of that. So please, if you're interested, now more than ever, I don't care, men, women, couples, come forth. If you're at least 18 years of age, that's
For
really
a community match, you have to be at least 18 years of age because we do have to do a background check.
Yeah, and then we start the process on average, just to give people kind of a ballpark, how many, like from the time they say I want to be a big until the time they're having their first outing with their little, what's on average that ballpark time frame?
Well, it's hard to pin down because it would depend on whether we have a little in the wait list who they pair with that's already ready to be matched, or if we have to recruit a little specifically for that.
But since, right now, since there's so many waiting.
There are so many littles that are processed and waiting. Just to process the big between the interview and the background check, it could take 60 to 90 days.
Okay, so about 2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months
from time, so that's pretty quick.
How fast we can get the interview done and the background checked. And,
sure.
And we do take 3 references, and all references have to be called.
Okay.
And if you're in a committed relationship, we do have to have some kind of a spousal or partner.
Anybody that has potential to be around this child, you want to make sure that they're all above board here.
So, as long as your references get back to us, and everything.
And I imagine COVID, all that took a little longer because everything took longer in COVID. So, but I imagine now they're getting back to it. That process is speeding up here. But please, if you're listening here and you're thinking, you know what, this is maybe you're a couple that maybe can't have kids, or maybe you've been trying to adopt, and you just have maybe. Let's do a big thing, and let's I'm not saying change your goals of adopting and all that, but this will give you some training and some help in the meantime while you're going through that process. And
once you're paired, you're not left alone, because we have what we call match support specialists. These are all, they have to have a minimum of a bachelor degree or higher in social services or a related field. So once you're matched, this match support specialist will contact you once a month to make sure you're okay, that you don't have any questions about your match.
Sure.
Or you can contact them at any time. Like, say you're in a match and you're not used to children, or you haven't dealt with a lot of children in that age bracket or whatnot, you can contact that match support specialist, and they can give you pointers or tips or resource material
kind of help you peel back the curtain
support that match and make sure that ice-breaking tips or how to build rapport with them or talk to them on their level if you're unsure.
Yeah, and
you're somebody's going to be there with you the whole life of the match.
Absolutely. You're not going to, they don't leave you on the island here.
Right.
And it makes sense. Obviously, if you don't have a lot of experience spending time around a child of that age group and things, you may, their brain waves aren't the same as an adult brain waves. And if you don't have experience making those two connect, then they're going to help you with all that, and I get it. Some people, some people, it's natural, some it isn't, and you guys are helping every one of those, from the ones that take it to a duct of water to the ones that are like, all right, what does it eat? That's what's kind of going, do I got to do anything, like let it out or something? Those kind of people.
That reminds me, when I was about 18 years old, I babysat my nieces. I went over to my aunt's house, and they lived in an apartment with the pool. And after I was there about an hour, they're all, can we go to the pool? I'm like, sure, let's go down to the pool. I just took a towel, and they wanted drinks, and they were hungry, and it was hot. I didn't bring sunscreen. And I remember my little niece, she was about 5. She looked at me, she says, you're not used to kids, are you?
No,
I'm not.
That's why the parents got all the bags. Is to keep everything they need in it.
I was down there with 2 little kids in a towel. I don't know what I was thinking.
You're hot, get in the pool. That's what the whole point.
Our match support specialist will walk you through these things. Help you plan outings, help you connect with the parents, and make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
Bigs get rules in the match, and so do the parents in the match.
Sure.
So, like if you show up to pick up your little for a community outing, they've gone through training as well. They'll know that have the little ready on time with the things that they might need for whatever activity
everybody's
you're doing.
Kind of well versed in what their role is to help this kid and get.
And then we have that match support specialist, supporting that match and helping both parties in the match. Make that long and strong.
Please understand, this is not a parent replacement program or anything remotely like that. It's in partner with.
We specifically train the bigs and the littles and their parents that the big is not there as a parent replacement. Is not there to discipline or
strictly mentoring.
The big is not to be used as discipline. For the little, like if you don't behave you're not
yourself,
your
or you don't get to see your big.
Right.
You don't want to use that.
These things are not really allowed in our matches, and we try to
enforce
keep
that
them strong.
Well, because at the end of the day, it's an amazing fun experience for the kid. But it'd be like saying, my kid loves school, therefore he got in trouble, you're not going to school today. Think of it in that same vein. This is in that. Yes, it's fun, it's an amazing, but at the end of the day, this program is put together to strengthen the foundation for this kid. So when this child is an adult, they've got as many tools in their tool bag to navigate life as an adult. And that's really the big end game here, is to give them prepared to become adults and productive people in society. So, and they do it through love and fun and happiness and mentorship. That's what Big Brothers Big Sister is. So it's not
what we're all about.
Yeah, it's not a secret recipe or anything. It's just, hey, we're making a pie here. We just want to make sure we got good quality ingredients going in, and we're helping the parents put the ingredients in just like they're putting the ingredients in, and we're just helping make the pie at the end of the day. That's, if you want to kind of look at it, that's what we're doing. We're just making great people. So, all right, now that we got them reeled in, how do they get a hold of you?
Do you want to say our website address?
Yes, I can do that.
Stumble over.
I can do that. I'll let you handle the number. I got the website, but yeah, you can start learning more, researching. Obviously, Big Brothers Big Sisters is an international organization, so there's lots of stuff online. But if you want to learn more about local and what's going on here, you'll go to the Big Brothers and Big Sisters website for Southeast New Mexico. You can Google Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Roswell, Chaves County, Southeast New Mexico. Any of those will get you there. But if you want to go direct, it's www. Do that part, or you don't have to in these day and age of internet browsing. Just go to BBBSSENM.org. It's the initials for Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Southeast New Mexico. So it's BBBSENM.org. You're probably not going to remember that if you're driving. That's why I said just Google Big Brothers, Big Sisters when
3
you get.
3 B's, 2 S's.
Yes. They also have a Facebook page. You can do a search for Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Southeast New Mexico. You want to put in the Southeast New Mexico, otherwise you're going to get every Big Brothers, Big Sisters, which you're more than welcome to peruse and check out. But if you've got a limited amount of time and you're trying to narrow your information search, add the Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And that way you can learn more about the matches, the programs, and everything else. And then, of course, you can always call the office there and say, hey, I want to learn more. I want to sit down and talk to someone. Or, you know what, I've been reading. I'm ready. Let's start the process. And then she'll make an appointment and get the application process going and the background checks going and the questionnaires going and all the things that has to happen to get you to that point where you and your little are out at the park or at the restaurant or whatever your activities.
About snakes.
Yeah, talking about snakes or getting in the mud.
Our phone number is 575-627-2227.
Yes, which is BBBS if I remember right.
BBBS.
So if you're good at remembering phone numbers that way, it's BBB at Big Brothers.
I don't think anybody remembers phone numbers that way anymore.
Not anymore.
I think it went away with the push dial.
I think, yeah. Well, I think when everyone went online to do things, because I think before, like if you want to order garbage off TV, and what I mean is like the Roncos and all that stuff. You know, back in the day before the internet, you had to call the numbers. No, it's call now 1-800 our stuff stinks or whatever it is, and that's our stuff stinks. And so that's how you remember. But now everyone goes online, so there's no need for the names to remember numbers. I don't think so. That's my theory. I have no idea if it's right, but it sounds good, so I'm going to just go with that.
And I think, from here on out, I will bring a list of littles that
Let's
are waiting and what they're looking for. It's really not elaborate. It's just, they want to cook or they want to watch Frozen or...
They want the same things everybody else wants. They just want to connect and have fun and get to experience the just cool entities of life.
I remember when I first started working, and I've been with Big Brothers Big Sisters for about 12 years.
Oh wow.
But when I first started doing interviews, I was training, so I had to fill in, I could. This little boy who I was interviewing, he wanted very, very simple things. He wanted to play in the mud. He just wanted somebody to take him outside because he lived with his grandma, and he said, I just want to go outside and be a real kid.
Yeah.
Like
don't feel like he's got.
I just want to be a real kid. And I mean, it's still just
sat
that
with
little
you.
phrase sat with me all these years. They just want to play and they want to learn and they want someone to share that experience with them.
It puts your own life into perspective. I'm telling you, all the bigs that get involved, I guarantee they probably take more out than they think they're. You know what I'm saying? They give a ton, but at the end of the day, you probably take away more than you give. It just feels that way sometimes, just because it reminds you of your own blessings, and it also reinforces the ethics and things in your life that made you stand, because you forget sometimes. Like these, and then when you're working with the child, you're like, oh yeah, this is why we do this, so we so many years of doing it, you take for granted, and now it's like, oh yeah. Brings you back to the time you were learning these lessons and understanding those moments. It's like, that's why we do it this way, and that's it's life growing up. That's what it is. So, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Southeast New Mexico, www.bbbssenm.org. Google Big Brothers Big Sisters, Southeast Mexico. Go on or call the phone number. The office is there on 2nd, but we're still in COVID world. Probably call ahead and first before you pop in. I know back in the day, you say, yeah, come on by. They usually got cookies and everything else, but not so much right now with the COVID. But that's coming soon.
Well, we're waiting for July 1.
That's right. July 2. Come out for cookies.
Come out for cookies.
That's right. Might not be a bad idea there. So. Awesome. Is there anything we forgot to mention, or we get it all there, Amanda?
I think that's about it.
Awesome. Well, we'll let you get to work. I'm sure you got a stack of papers ready and waiting for you to start sort of sifting through and take care of. So thanks for visiting as always, and we'll see you next time. All right?
Thank you.
Take care. All right. It is 8:51. Let's go ahead and pause for some local news along with your town hall business update. We'll be back.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Custodians of New Mexico's 2 multi-billion-dollar financial trusts that underwrite public education and infrastructure spending are now weighing whether to give greater weight to issues of social responsibility and sustainability in investment decisions. The State Investment Council, headed by Democrat Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham on Tuesday, kicked off deliberations about its investment strategies and a possible policy change to give greater consideration to a host of environmental, societal, and governance concerns. State health officials announced Tuesday that 4 people have each won $250,000 prizes as part of the New Mexico vaccine sweepstakes. They were the first 4 winners of Vax to the Max sweepstakes. The $10 million cash is funded by federal stimulus and intended to incentivize COVID-19 vaccines. 4 vaccinated New Mexicans, one from each public health region of the state, are each confirmed winners of $250,000. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot temperatures today and a little bit of moist air over eastern New Mexico, so we can't rule out an isolated afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Otherwise, it'll be sunny and hot with our afternoon highs between 104 and 107. An isolated storm this evening down to the low 70s, and then a sunny and hot day tomorrow. A little bit breezy with highs around 103. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. Construction has started on an $898 million station that will directly connect the Los Angeles International Airport to the region's light rail and bus transportation systems. The airport metro connector will connect with an automated people mover train being built to carry people to and from the airport's terminals. Steven Spielberg has set a new deal with Netflix. His production company will make multiple feature films per year for the streaming giant. The partnership is a major get for the company that, amid increasing competition, brings perhaps the most beloved film director more officially into the streaming fold. On Wall Street, the Dow gained 68 points to 33,945. The Nasdaq up 111 to 14,253. And the S&P 500 up 21 to 4,246. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Over the next several weeks, we want to give you 5 key elements to a great marriage. This is taken from an article by Drs. Les and Leslie Perot. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage. The first one is ownership, taking responsibility for the good as well as the bad.
1 Corinthians 11:31 says, judge yourself so you won't be judged. It's talking about the judgment of God, but it also applies to our relationships, especially the ones that are closest to us, like marriage. If you'll just take responsibility for your own actions, it's so much easier for our spouses not to have to point out and criticize us.
So we have to take responsibility for our actions and our reactions, our attitudes and our mistakes. You know, most people would learn from their mistakes if they weren't so busy denying them.
You aren't responsible for what your spouse does. You are responsible for doing your part. So just decide today to do your part and take ownership.
As the school year comes to an end and COVID restrictions start to ease, don't lose sight of the lessons learned. Cover your cough, positive personal hygiene, respect one another, show and tell others you love them. Fiscal and social responsibility are great ways to show your love. This is Damon Graham, your local New York Life agent. I can help you show your love to others. Call me at 575-623-0803 so we can determine how you best can show your love. Expect to be blessed.
So, here we are, smack dab in the middle of Tailgate Nation with a whole summer of fun and adventure in front of us.
And here at the Tailgate Nation, Roswell Ford is making it easier than ever for you to trade up during our used car extravaganza. Roswell Ford has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in southeastern New Mexico, with quality cars and trucks starting at just $5,000. And because demand has never been higher, your trade-in has never been worth more. So if you're upside down, this is a time for you to get back on your feet. We're talking premium, hard-to-find vehicles like Raptor, High Country, Camaro, and Charger. Each one passed a rigorous 139-point inspection. And Roswell Ford gives you a 3-day money-back guarantee so you can buy without being shy. Tailgate Nation is calling, so saddle up, partner. Let's hit the road with a fresh new ride. It's the used car extravaganza at Roswell Ford, the Tailgate Nation at the corner of 9th and Main.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our reliable #1 selling tractors are designed for easy operation and feature all the performance-matched attachments needed to tackle any job. Right now, put 0 down and get 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $1,200 now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com/offers for full disclaimer.
Visit Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street, Roswell.
Reineke Medical and Chiropractic Center is your all-in-one general care center with a focus on symptomatic treatment, treating the symptoms in areas of the body that need it most. Reineke Medical knows that personal care is less about treating the condition and more about treating the patient. That's why your comfort, safety, and well-being are of the utmost importance. Call Reineke Medical and Chiropractic Center at 575-623-3155 to learn more or to book your appointment. That's 575-623-3155.
Customizable office equipment is one stop away at PTS Office Systems. Of course, you and the business next door do different things, so you need different office equipment. PTS Office Systems has fully customizable office equipment in stock, waiting to be delivered to your business. Get fully customized office equipment to meet your office's specific needs. The day and age of one-size-fits-all office equipment is gone. Shop around at PTS Office Systems today at 217 North Main in downtown Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The average person spends 6 months of their lifetime waiting for a red light to turn green. Share this information with a police officer that pulls you over the next time you run a red light. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 58 minutes after 8 o'clock. We got Town Hall News coming up here in just a few minutes. Stay tuned next hour, about 9:15 or so. We're going to talk American Legion business. I know other folks from American Legion Post 61. We may have some from Post 28 as well, too. I'm not 100% certain. We'll find out next hour. But we're going to talk about upcoming events, things going on there through the Legion and all that. We had a flag retirement ceremony the day before, that weekend before we left. It was Flag Days that weekend, so the 12th, I want to say. 14th was Flag Day, right, the Monday. So I want to say that 12th, the Saturday before. We were, it was right before we went to the Grand Canyon and all that. But American Legion Post 28 hosted an awesome flag retirement ceremony at their location on Montana. And we had some, like 200 flags, and we were cutting. Matter of fact, I had a war wound. I cut my finger because they can't trust me with scissors. Apparently, and but yeah, it was hot, but we had a great time. They cooked up burgers and dogs, and obviously we had a great ceremony retiring the flag. So I imagine we'll talk about a little bit about that. Talk about upcoming events as well too. We got a lot going on, especially with with the summer months here and the world opening back up, and we got all this coming up. So we're going to talk more about that with them next hour. Don't forget, if you would like to donate blood here in Roswell this week, they are having a blood drive at Grace Community Church tomorrow from 10 to 2:30. Call or text Stephanie 575-840-8178 with Vitalin to get in on that list. All right, it's time for Town Hall News. You listen to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. He's pushing the vaccine as the best protection against the Delta variant of the coronavirus. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the government's point man on COVID-19.
Over 65% of the adult population has received at least one dose, particularly the elderly individuals, where 85% of them have received it. So we're doing very well with a vaccine that does quite well against this problematic variant. It's the unvaccinated people that we're concerned about.
Fauci on NBC's Today Show. New poll on American attitudes toward the Israeli-Palestinian conflict reveals a political divide.
An AP-NORC Center for Public Affairs research poll finds differences within both the Democratic and the Republican parties on the U.S. approach toward the Middle East. Liberal Democrats want more support for the Palestinians, and conservative Republicans seek even greater support for the Israelis. Overall, 56% of Americans disapprove of the way President Biden is handling the conflict, with a growing rift among Democrats. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Along with reading, writing, and arithmetic, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says young people need to be taught civics, how to be responsible citizens. Townhall.com reporting DeSantis has signed legislation requiring civics and American history.
The bill also expands our previous efforts in civics to add a requirement for the high school government class that students receive instruction on the evils of communism and totalitarian ideologies.
DeSantis says young people must understand why people risk their lives to flee countries like Cuba to come to America. President Biden expected to talk gun control when he unveils a crime-fighting plan later today. Wall Street, the Dow's up 2 points, and NASDAQ 22 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
I have a traumatizing childhood memory of an Easter egg hunt. The big hunt was a big deal in our family, and I have this memory of running and excitedly reaching for eggs, only to have my big brother and sister sweep in and steal them at the last second. It's Ryan, and unfortunately, this is a traumatizing reality our Faith and Family Mortgage team is seeing from families across the country. Families are finding their dream home, only to have it pulled away by another hunter at the last second. At United Faith Mortgage, we unfortunately cannot scare off the other hunters, but we can very quickly get you pre-approved and make it look as good as possible to sellers. And then, once you do grab that Easter egg,
see our story and read how our direct lender advantage can often save your family monthly and lifelong money at UnitedFaithMortgage.com.
we are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1335. RAC NMLS number 65233. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
Oxford University researchers will oversee human trials of an anti-parasite drug thought to hold promise in the treatment of COVID-19 patients at home. The BBC's Rachel Schreier.
Even though it hasn't yet been proven as a COVID treatment, and global health agencies do not recommend it is used outside clinical trials, there are some promising early signs for the drug. Now, scientists at the University of Oxford will start giving ivermectin to people over the age of 50 suffering at home with symptoms, to see if it helps keep them out of hospital. If it works, and it's a big if, the hope is ivermectin could help make COVID-19 a less serious disease for the people most at risk from it.
Satellite images suggest that Iran likely conducted a failed launch of a satellite-carrying rocket in recent days, and now appears to be preparing to try again for another launch. News and analysis at townhall.com. Moscow's mayor announces new coronavirus restrictions, saying that the situation with the coronavirus remains very difficult in the Russian capital.
The country's state coronavirus task force reported 6,555 new COVID-19 cases in Moscow on Tuesday and 16,715 new infections across Russia. Both tallies are twice as high as they were a month ago. Starting next Monday, all restaurants, cafes, and bars in Moscow will only allow in customers who have been vaccinated against COVID-19, recovered from the virus within the past 6 months, or can provide a negative coronavirus test carried out within 72 hours prior to the visit. Jeremy House reporting.
Britain's military denies Russia's claim that a Russian warship and warplanes fired warning shots at a British destroyer chasing the vessel from an area of the Black Sea off of Crimea. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder.
and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. It on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3 of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. We got there. It's going to be hotter in Hades today. It's like 105. But there's a rain chance. 20%. We'll get you up to date with the weather and all that here in just a little bit. Then here, just a few, about 9:15 or so, we're going to have from American Legion Post 61. Lee and Jen will be back with us, and we'll talk Post 61 family, get a recap of stuff we've done, and a bevy of things on the horizon here. So we'll talk about that. Scholarships particularly. We got to get the buzz out for that. We got some times that you got a little time, but you don't pussyfoot around on this. Let's get it in there and get those things done. That's something that we need to take care of. So we'll talk all about that here in just a little bit. Later on this hour, we'll get you up to date with local news along with your Sean Hannity update, and then of course your town hall business update as well, and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. I was mentioning real quick there before the news creeped up on me there. If you want to donate blood, you've got 2 more chances in June here in Roswell and 1 more chance in Artesia and Carlsbad. On Thursday, they're going to have a blood drive at Grace Community Church from 10 a.m. to 2:30. Everyone that donates gets a free T-shirt there. For folks in Artesia, on Friday, June 25th, they're going to be at Hotel Artesia in the meeting room from 1:30 to 5:30. Again, everyone that donates blood at that event will get a free T-shirt. For folks in Carlsbad, on Saturday, they're going to be at the Carlsbad Mennonite Church in the Fellowship Hall from 10:30 to 2:30. Again, this Saturday. Once again, everyone that donates at that event will get a free T-shirt. And then Roswell has 1 more chance in June. On Tuesday of next week, June 29th, they're going to be at the Pioneer Bank, the North Main branch up here in the community room from 9 to 1. Once again, everyone gets a free T-shirt when you donate there. To get an appointment, which I highly, highly recommend you do, to donate blood, call or text Stephanie with Vitalant 575-840-8178. Again, that's 575-840-8178. And she'll get that appointment set up. If you're a first-time donor, she'll help you out with going online and getting set up and all that good stuff, too. And they do, I know we're getting out of the COVID land and all that. They still ask that you wear your face mask when you go and donate blood. So do that, please, when you donate. All right, it is 9 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's get the bad news out of the way and get that weather for you. Here you go. Enjoy. Or not.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot temperatures today and a little bit of moist air over eastern New Mexico, so we can't rule out an isolated afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Otherwise, it'll be sunny and hot with our afternoon highs between 104 and 107. An isolated storm this evening down to the low 70s, and then a sunny and hot day tomorrow, a little bit breezy with highs around 103. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 82 and fair here in Roswell. Humidity is at 56%. Winds currently out of the south at 12 miles per hour. We do have that 20% chance of showers after 4 o'clock today, but For the most part, mostly sunny and hot with a high of 105. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're looking at a 20% chance at some showers and thunderstorms in the early evening hours tonight. Otherwise, partly cloudy. Overnight low of 72. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, we're looking at a 20% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny, high of 103. South winds 5 to 15. 30% chance of rain tomorrow night with an overnight low of 72. Friday, more of the same for Thursday. 20% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy, highs around 105 or 103 once again. Then Friday night, we're looking at a 20% chance of rain, mostly cloudy and 71. And then cooler temperatures and greater rain chances for the weekend. Saturday during the day, a 30% chance at showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny, 94 for a high. Chance of rain bumps up to 50% Saturday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 67. Sunday, we're looking at a 60% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, highs in the 80s, 86 on Sunday. Sunday night, 60% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 65. And Monday, when you head back to it, a 50% chance at showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, 84. So, yeah, it's going to stink with the 105s and 103s the next few days. But really, Saturday, it starts creeping down there. So, glass half full it there. All right, it is 12 minutes after 9. Let's go ahead and take about a 3.5-minute break, and then we'll talk American Legion Post 61 family on the other side. Don't go away.
If you have a student who's ready to further their education, think Eastern New Mexico University first. The state of New Mexico, through the Lottery Scholarship Program, will pay 100% of your student's tuition if you are a New Mexico resident. Don't miss out on this great opportunity to further your student's higher education at the only 4-year university on the High Plains. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Explore, experience, excel. Eastern New Mexico University.
Are you looking for a new church home? Tabernacle Baptist Church in Roswell personally invites you to any one of their 4 services, with 3 on Sunday and 1 on Wednesday. Services are Sunday at 10 and 11 in the morning and 6 in the evening. On Wednesday evening, service is at 7. Tabernacle Baptist Church is across from DeBrenham Stadium in Roswell. The family at Tabernacle Baptist Church would love to have your family join them as they celebrate God. Come and grow together.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday, to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Free money.
Wait, what?
Now that we have your attention, the Savings Splashdown is on at Roswell Honda. Saturday, June 26th from 10 to 1, everyone has the chance to win money on the spot in the cash grab. They'll have great prizes, free food, and of course,
deep discounts.
Like an 08 CRV for under $7,000 and a 2013 Mazda 3 for under $6,000. Get a free Bluetooth speaker with a qualified test drive and 1 entry for a brand new above-ground pool just for stopping by. The Savings Splashdown is on at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests, and they offer answers and solutions when you need them most. Protect your home, your children, and your pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Let Bob Reed Pest Control and their fully licensed professionals start working for you and your family today. Call 623-5344, serving all of southeastern New Mexico. Find them fast in names and numbers.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify complete list of states licensed, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A U.S. quarter has 119 grooves on its edge. A dime has one less groove. So by definition, that makes a dime less groovy. Here's Mike Winters.
Science. Good morning. It is 15 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from American Legion Post 61, Commander Lee, and from the auxiliary, we have, is it president? I can never get the president of the auxiliary. Yes. I know they're not commanders, but I'm like, is president the right word either? Of the auxiliary. Jen's back with us as well. Good morning.
And Kim's here.
And my wife, Kim, is
formerly known as secretary.
Yes. Now she's just member.
Now she's just member.
Yep. But good morning, guys. How's everything going?
Oh, been very busy.
Yeah, yeah.
As always.
It's been a lot going on. I was chit chatting, which I was off about 1,000 flags, but
yeah, just a couple.
Yeah, the last thing I got to be part of before we went to the Grand Canyon there, Post 61 and Post 28 had a joint U.S. flag retirement ceremony back on the Flag Day weekend. The Flag Day was the 14th. We did on that Saturday, the 12th, and Post 28 was gracious enough to host the event there at their facility, and we had a plethora of flags retired and some great eats with burgers and dogs and chips and cakes and brownies and all kind of stuff there. If you left hungry, it's your own fault.
Pepsi came.
Oh, yeah, Pepsi donated drinks.
We had free Pepsi.
Yeah, very kind of the Pepsi distributors here in town for providing thirst-quenching beverages for us while we're out at the
well, they supplied water, too. We just had to buy a lot of ice.
Yeah.
And they have a really neat self-serve trailer, so they have like this tub.
The Pepsi wagon.
So that you can put everything in there. That was pretty neat.
Yeah. So if you ever need it, like for, say you're vending at a little event or something, you could kind of set it up to do that there. But we had, I thought it was 200 and some. Turns out it was 1,200 and some U.S. flags, all from all over the state, because we picked some up from up north, Taos area.
Raton, yeah.
And we had a couple hundred just of our own here from down in our neck of the woods.
Right.
Here.
Well, the problem is that they had so many fire restrictions that weekend, so they couldn't do any flag retirements on site.
And we're coming out of COVID, which meant there was probably a lot of flag retirement ceremonies over the last year and a half that didn't happen because of COVID and things like that.
But, I mean, I had flags from the municipal building here in town and First American Bank and Memory Lawn, of course.
Yep.
So, I mean, we had a bunch of big ones, too. We had some Garrison flags that we were
Those are cool.
Yeah.
So we were cutting the stars out of that.
Yep.
We had a bunch of stars. Do we still have stars? Did all the stars get dispersed, or
no? We have.
We'll have enough stars to disperse for the whole year.
Okay,
that's kind of the point.
Yeah. So we
cut them up, and I know
stocked
that
up.
4 of them got recycled. We took 4 of the stars, and we actually cut all the blue field out of it, and they're being sewn into a wall hanging.
Oh,
which
cool.
we're going to be doing a drawing for this summer.
Nice.
We're doing a fundraiser for the auxiliary. We're hoping that we'll get enough money so that we can do something really good for the community.
Awesome. Very
it's probably
good.
worth between $400 or $500 or something like that.
All right.
We're going to be selling tickets for it at the farmers market.
Awesome. Which will be coming up here in July.
Yeah.
So whenever you see the Post 61 family out and about at various events and things, you can probably get in on the drawing for that, and if you want to learn more about the stars and things, and would like that. And basically, what if you're not familiar with what we're talking about here, when they retire the American flags, the proper ways you cut it stripe by stripe and burn it by the stripes. But the stars, you cut them out and you give them out as mementos, tokens. Maybe it's a important thing for a family member that lost someone.
They're consecrated. So
yeah.
What happens is, once you go through the official ceremony and all that, per the flag code and stuff, but the American Legion enhances that, of course. And then each flag is or each star is like dedicated.
Mhm.
So we give them out in little baggies.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
People
And-
keep them as keepsakes, good luck charms. To some, will go and make them a part of a display case or something. I mean, it's as many stars out there people have, but it's meant as a token, a reminder, a keepsake of something. It's something to keep near and dear to you, and that's what it's for.
Right.
So if you'd like to have something like that, yeah, I think Lee, you keep one in your wallet, don't you? I remember you telling me that.
do.
He's always got one in his wallet there as a little reminder for him. So, and people do it. So if you're interested in that, when you look out for us at some of our events and things, you go.
This came from a Garrison flag.
You can tell by the thickness.
size.
Yeah, it's got some size and thickness
This
to
one
it.
came from a Garrison flag, and it was retired this year. I carried another one for a long time. It's a smaller one.
Okay.
But it's the reason I carry that one is because it was dedicated to my father and my grandfather.
Okay.
This one here is important because it came from Memory Lawn, which
Mhm.
was one of our is our adopted cemetery.
Yes, which we're making headway slowly but surely doing that. We've got some great connections. By the way, well, let me wrap up before we change subjects. Let's finish up here before we get into memory lawn, because I know me, I'm going to go down another rabbit hole and all that. But folks, everyone that participated on the 12th here, big thank you to everyone that came out, that came out to witness, came out to help. They came
We
out
actually
to.
had people showing up that morning bringing
Mhm.
flags, which I thought was
Yeah,
really
big thank you to
cool.
the fire department. They were out there.
Yeah, they couldn't put up the Garrison flag this year because they didn't have two trucks available, but they came out in force. I mean,
Yeah.
they had a bunch of guys.
They came out and helped, worked, and were cutting stripes with us.
Yeah,
and
I saw them out there. They were cutting,
they were just
cutting
down.
up flags. They
Yeah.
were retiring
Mhm.
flags.
Yeah,
and-
they seem to really have a good time.
Yeah, I think they brought us flags. They
did.
They
Yep.
did. And then obviously their day job of making sure we didn't burn the place down.
Well, I talked to one of the guys. I can't remember his name right now, but he says it's like free practice. You know? They get to go out there and nobody's going to die. And
It's true.
It's just kind of fun.
Sure. But and obviously, and I don't know if the firefighters that were with us had military backgrounds or
One
not.
did.
Yep, one of them
But
did.
you know, they obviously probably even they get many of the same sentiments and emotions
Mhm.
that the folks in the military.
Yeah,
know,
one of
probably
the-
even more so in some cases. So.
Yeah, one of the firefighters actually took a few of the stars for some of his buddies back at the firehouse.
Awesome.
Which I thought was great.
Well, I'm sure there's I don't know how many folks that do their time in the military and go on to do first responder
Yep, they just
type
keep on
career
serving.
fields and things. Yeah.
Yep.
And, you know, and I don't know if it's the case now, but and not related. But when I was in the Air Force, they were starting to phase out military fire at that point. They were kind of starting
Really?
to make that more civilian. I mean, they had some, but the ratio of military fire versus civilian fire was changing. It was going from predominantly
wonder why.
military to predominantly civilian.
There's a lot of things in the military that's changing that probably shouldn't.
Yeah, you're probably right, but yeah, that's a hand in hand. So big thank you to them, and thank you to everyone. Obviously, American Legion Post 28, the folks there, they were
They
awesome
put in a lot of
hosts.
hard work to get ready for that ceremony.
Absolutely. So big thank you to them. Let's do the memory lawn. Let's give folks, for folks that don't know, American Legion Post 61, that's become our adopted project.
Yep.
The memory, that's, of course, the many people, the forgotten cemetery. That's
Yeah,
kind
out on 19th.
It's like the Korean War.
It's exactly. It's so we are there, and we've got some members. We got folks that are working hand in hand with the owners there,
Yeah.
and we're all working together to get that back to the way it should be.
Yeah,
So,
one of the first projects they asked us to do is we're looking into, and Don is actually doing it. He's in charge of it. We're going to replace that flagpole. It's got a crack in the base of it, and
that could be a safety issue if nothing else.
Yeah.
At that
well,
point, you
That's
know.
what the owners are concerned about, too.
Mhm.
And somebody replaced the rope with a cable, and it tore up the pulley system. And
Okay,
stuff.
so the whole thing
So
needs
the
to be
whole thing's
replaced.
got to be replaced. So we're looking into putting on a brand new, I think it was 100-foot pole in there.
Because it's designed to hold a garrison flag, right? That pole.
100-footer
what he wants,
will.
yeah.
It can hold a garrison flag.
Obviously
or
not
it's
at high wind, though.
At a minimum, it's going to carry a 4x6 and or maybe even a 5x8.
Okay.
And I've got a POWMIA and a state flag. So
Okay.
we'll put those three up there once we get this.
Does that have lights on that?
It does.
Okay, good.
The new pole will have better light.
Excellent. Very good.
In fact, I think Don was looking into having a light both at the top and the bottom area.
Yeah.
And then it'll have a lock box on it, so we don't have to be 14 feet off the ground to, raise or lower the flag.
That would be helpful.
Yeah.
But
Andre the Giant is no longer with us, so we don't have many people that can handle that raising and lowering responsibility without aids.
Yeah, Don out there on that gorilla ladder just isn't safe.
Yeah.
They were having water problems. Somebody kept coming by and
turning off the
changing it
water,
from
stealing
automatic to manual, and so the cemetery itself wasn't getting its water.
Mhm.
Right.
And then they found out recently somebody was stealing the water.
And it's unfortunate because I know they put a bunch of money in the last several years on landscaping, trees and
Yeah,
stuff.
I want to say that the water problem alone was like $20,000 or something like
and
that.
so they lost all that. It's really unfortunate.
And we're having to deal with a lot of bad rumors and stuff that have been going around, but the current owner has only been there since 2018, and he kind of inherited all of the problems and stuff.
But he's been working to fix them. And those that purchased those cypress trees, he's promised to replace those that
Fix them or
didn't
replace
make
them.
the drought.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, American Legion Post 61, Family 61 in general, will be out there at least twice a month, probably, picking up garbage and trying to clean off some of the graves and stuff. We got officially, I think the official count was 295 veteran graves out there. So we're going to start databasing all that and making sure all that gets set up. We're going to do the Memorial Day redo on July 3rd, 10 a.m. So basically it's going to be a Memorial Day ceremony at 10 a.m. at Memory Lawn.
And of course, all are invited to come and witness and be a part of it.
Yeah, I think it was misreported in the paper that it's a July 4th celebration, and this one is actually Memorial Day, and then on the 4th, we'll probably do something with the other post. I don't know.
Right. Well, last year we weren't able to do Memorial Day, and then of course this year it got torrentially rained out. So we're dedicated to making sure that we are able to do it this year.
Absolutely.
So we just moved a little
The
bit.
owners want us to put out some sort of a tent. It's not just a little tent. We'll probably put out some kind of a big tent.
For shade
And
out there.
For shade, so that we can have ceremonies and stuff like that.
Okay.
Not be in the, beaten down rain. I mean,
Or sun, for that matter.
It doesn't take a road scholar to figure out July in Roswell, New Mexico is warm.
Yeah, it's a little toasty.
Yes. But we would love to just kind of mark it on your calendars. It's that Saturday, July 3rd, 10 a.m. At the Memory Lawn Cemetery there out on 19th.
Right.
We
Way
call
out
it
there.
the big redo.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we'd love to, again, it's the Memorial Day recognition ceremony that, like you said, we didn't have enough canoes to do the first on Memorial Day.
Canoes, for sure. For sure.
I think we need an arc.
Yeah. And while this is a Family 61 project, anyone in the community is welcome to contact us and help us with trash pickup or
If you've got
any
a passion
project.
for this,
Yeah,
we'd
for
love
sure.
to have you. And of course, always looking for new folks to become part of the family. If you're
Right.
a veteran that's served honorably pretty much since Pearl Harbor, you're eligible to be
Yeah,
a
we
part of
picked
American
up
Legion.
2 more members
Mm-hmm.
this last week. I won't process them until July 1st because we're so close to the next year.
To the next year.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense to have somebody pay, $50 and only get 2 weeks of benefit.
Right.
That's true. Now, if you're feeling generous, we'd love to have you do that.
Yeah, if you want to make a donation, please do.
Our next big project's going to be Legacy Scholarship Run.
Yes, that is
which is coming up on
big
August
deal.
24th. We're going to have a minimum of probably, I think they said the minimum was 425 motorcycles.
Okay.
But it could be upwards of 600 depending upon who signs up between now and then.
All right.
They're really thinking they're going to get hit hard, I guess, because nobody's been able to go out and about. So
everybody
ready. Wants to go.
Okay.
You know? And I guess they're starting this run in Arkansas.
Raleigh, yeah.
And anyway, they'll be coming in on 2nd Street. I guess they're stopping at Tatum before they come in, and then they're going to come in, then we're going to go up Main Street, make a left on College, I guess, over to Montana, and then up to that post, Post 28.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be parked there in that parking lot between, I don't know, 11:15 and
maybe 2. They're only going to be here about 2,
like that. They're only going to be here a
hours.
couple hours.
Okay. Then they're back on the road.
It's a huge endeavor. And then they're going to be escorted, I guess, out 19th to Big Lots. And I guess they're going to refuel before they head out of town.
Okay.
I've got to call into Mike Harrington. Hopefully they'll be able to help us out by escorting them, because
that's a lot of
that many motorcycles
they're
getting
gonna
snarled up in lights, that would take forever. So.
Yeah, I would imagine our law enforcement folks are going to be
more than
involved with that.
Yeah, he hasn't called me back, but I'm sure he will.
He's probably very busy getting ready for 4th of July.
I've seen the police reports. They've been busy for the last couple weeks here.
Well, I have to even admit that around my house, I've been hearing a lot more sirens lately.
Yeah, they're busy. They're busy.
And of course, everybody and their brother has started their fireworks early. So.
Oh yeah. So that's in August. What was the date on that?
24th.
August 24th.
It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday morning, which is a little odd, but they're trying to get. Basically, they're running from Arkansas all the way to National Convention, which is going to be in Phoenix this year.
Okay, so Phoenix is the end.
Yeah,
of the
the
end of the
national
trip.
commander for the American Legion will be here in Roswell on the 24th.
Yeah, so we've got Legion royalty.
It's unfortunate that I personally will not be able to attend this event because I have to be in Phoenix on the 23rd
for the convention.
Right.
So,
I was so looking forward to seeing all these guys, and girls.
You should
because we
ask
have
him,
female
hey, can I
riders
just
as well.
catch a lift while you're heading that way?
That's a long ride even on Amtrak.
Yeah.
I don't know.
As my wife and I, ones who just drove through Phoenix and all that, we can attest that's quite a haul.
I noticed she doesn't talk a lot since the trip. So she must be still resting.
Yeah. But
So the
don't
legacy.
have to deal with those kids anymore.
Oh well, school's out now, I guess.
just one big giant 48-year-old one.
So the legacy scholarship is
I don't know how
for.
to follow that up.
How about we tell them what the legacy scholarship
Go
is
ahead,
for?
go ahead.
Yeah. So the legacy scholarship is for the children of deceased veterans.
Okay.
And those veterans that lost their lives while active duty, I
While
believe.
serving.
And then also for those children of veterans that are at least 50% disabled or more.
Okay.
So it puts them through school. I think it gives them about $10,000 to work with each year.
Okay.
So, and you can get it for, I think it's up to 6 years.
Wow.
So yeah, it really helps out those kids that may otherwise not be able to go to college.
Speaking of scholarships,
Yeah.
Indeed.
Post 61 has its own
Post 61
scholarship.
has 2 scholarships that we want to give away. I received in the mail a letter of recommendation for someone that goes to NMR, ENMUR, but I still haven't seen the application yet.
Okay.
So I got a letter of recommendation, but I don't have the app. So both scholarships are still available.
And the deadline for that is August as well.
20th, I believe.
20th, I think is the date. Now, that got readjusted. It used to be June 18th, I think it was.
Yes, that's been extended
but
to
it
the
got
summer.
extended because, you are requested that we make it available for the fall schedule. So
Yep.
we complied.
Yeah, we had no problem with that.
Absolutely.
The more applicants, the better.
Probably the best way to learn everything and to get your application is go to the Post 61's website. It's roswelllegion.org.
Right.
And
remember, there are 3 L's in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks a little funny, but you got to get all 3 of them in there.
Roswell, and then if you just capitalize Legion, you'll see it,
Yeah. Now and it comes into focus. But
Legion.
There you'll see the applications. You'll see all the criteria to apply for said application.
Right.
Obviously, there is some veteran background, military connections there that are part of this.
Right.
It is the American Legion. That is our focus.
And it's based on STEM and first responder.
Absolutely.
And stuff like that. So, and according to ANMUR, this is the only scholarship that is targeted towards the veteran population.
Interesting.
I thought that was very interesting. And
I would have not, if I was a bet man, I would have not bet that was the case.
Especially considering NIMI is here, I would have thought there'd be all kinds of
I would have thought
scholarships
so
for that.
too.
But I guess they're much more generic than that. But this is the only one, and they welcomed it with open arms.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to
This is
hear
the
that.
First.
Yeah.
For them.
So again, RoswellLegion.org is the website. Go there. You'll find. And while you're there, you can learn more about our post and what's going on there. You can see photos from our past events and just kind of what we've been up to for the last year or two here.
As long as I update it.
Well, if nothing else, the newsletters are on there, so you can read those too.
$500 scholarships this year.
Okay.
From what I understand, we will have more next year.
Awesome.
These two $500 scholarships were donated by Cromeland.
Okay.
So hopefully they'll be on our donor list next year. But we have another source now.
Oh, great. Well, obviously with Crumlin, they're always supporting our community with many things. And once again, they're here with us helping support too.
And
so
the owner of Memory Lawn was interested in possibly getting in on that.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's very generous with his donations. I guess he has a donation list at home, and he wants to put us on it. So
well, that's
we're very grateful.
I don't want to speak for him, but that was kind of the impression we got that was an area of interest.
Well, I'm glad we got some folks that are wanting to help others here, and if we're the conduit to help make that happen, we'll be happy to do that. That's
part of our charter. Really is.
Yep. Absolutely.
We do the 4 pillars, and a lot of times 2 of the pillars get a lot of attention, especially from us. Americanism and children and youth. These are our biggies.
Yeah.
But they also have legislative and national security, which, some of this stuff has to do with that too, because if we're funding scholarships for future people that are going to go into these fields, that's part of national security.
Well, long after we're no longer part of this earth, there's going to be people that need to step in those roles and serve as our men and women in uniform, serve as our men and women in the hospitals, in the labs, and if we can help secure that opportunity for folks, this is a great thing to do, because these are all, I always joke, people like, even if I don't have kids, like, you need to vote for that because they're the ones taking care of you when you're sitting on the front lawn yelling at people to get off your grass. They're the ones that are going to be, running the show here, and you want some competent, capable people doing that. So, yes, even though you don't have kids, investing by donating and getting involved with kids is very important because it's your future, too.
For sure.
Family 61, of course, will be at the farmers market all summer.
Beginning July, was it 10th? I think that the first one.
We're very excited because it gives us an opportunity to reach out to the community and see what needs that they have and to share our ability to help and, of course, solicit donations so we can do those things.
I have a feeling that our mask sales are going to dry up
I
now.
do not think there's going to be much demand for the masks this year.
For which we are not opposed.
You're willing to let go of that
I
enterprise.
think we're going to branch out into bandanas and maybe even skull caps.
Okay.
And steering wheel covers are kind of been talked about too.
Well, we got plenty of heat.
Yeah, as hot as it gets here, you get in your car and you reach for that steering wheel and it's hot. So we're going to we can't come up with something to help you out.
We're going to come up with a few alternatives here.
Yeah.
Good deal. And of course, if you'd like to be a part of it, like I said, we have our 3 entities as part of our 61 family right now. Our Legionnaires post, which is for our veterans that would like that served and want to be a part.
Male or female.
Our auxiliary is for our spouses of. And when I say spouse, men and women are spouses.
Right.
They are both, and we have men and women in our auxiliary as well too.
We do.
So if you'd like to be a part that way, and then our sons is if it's kind of in the title on that one. If you're a son of a veteran, you are entitled to be eligible to be part of.
Not to be overlooked. We also have a juniors program for the.
Yeah, so the auxiliary is spouses, but it's also the female family members.
Female family member too.
And it goes both ways. It can go up, so it can go up in lineage. So it can be grandma, mom, grandparents, but it can also be sisters, daughters. That way too.
Direct. I think grand is probably like no cousins and stuff.
No cousins, no nieces, no nephews.
But
that sort of thing.
sisters,
immediate family.
Yeah, sisters, mom, dad, aunt, or grandparents. Those are all a part of that.
Right.
So.
And then for the sons, I believe it's descendants of. So you have to be son, grandson, great grandson.
Very good. But all of those, we meet on the first Thursday of every month at
First
United Methodist Church over here, right off of Pennsylvania, 6 p.m. So we'll have our next meeting here in July. And
Actually, July 1st.
July 1st.
We usually have craft projects on Thursdays.
And so pretty much every Thursday somebody's out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great thing for the kids to get involved with, too. I mean, they're doing craft projects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And even for the boys, we still got cutting and tracing and all kinds of things that can get done.
Yeah. So if you'd want to be involved, come out to one of our meetings or certainly come out to one of our events. And obviously, when you see the tables out at the farmer's market, you want to learn more and ask questions, the people there, which are the people here, you'll learn all about everything and help you do all that too. So, and of course, if you're listening, you're like, man, I'd love to get my hands on one of those stars or whatever. No problem. We can make that happen for you. So
just give us a call.
Absolutely.
We'll meet up with you.
Also, I guess do you want to I know we got months out here, but Veterans Day in November, we will be having our Veterans Day parade and everything.
I guess we can call it a parade this year.
I'm going to call it a parade till someone, as far as I'm concerned, July 1 we're back.
Convoy sounded really good though.
Yeah.
And we're going to do the Halloween drive-through.
Yes,
that's the plan. Yeah.
A lot of people have been asking about it. So
it was quite the popular shindig on that weekend.
Yeah, we were
there,
surprised that so many folks came out, but we were grateful that they did.
People went 2-3 times. I mean, it was like a 30-minute wait to get.
It was amazing.
Candyman.
But I hope we're going to expand that a little bit this year. I think at a minimum we're going to do both sides.
Yeah, we'll do 2 sides so that you can see outside both windows.
Yeah, so you got a lap on either side.
Yeah, and if we can, I think a carnival or something like that would be fun.
To do that. If we can get First United Methodist to help us out with that, we'll probably do kind of a carnival atmosphere is what our plan is.
Okay. So if you want to get out and stretch your legs, you can do all that.
I personally like to start it a little bit sooner than we did last time, especially if we're going to do like a day carnival kind of thing.
So
and then as we get into the evening, we'll do the
lights and that'll be cool. But yeah, so mark that. That'll be around the Halloween there, that time frame. And then of course, this year's Veterans Parade, we're honoring our Vietnam veterans. That is the focus for this year's Veterans Day theme and everything. We will have stuff in the schools here when they start up in August.
When's our next parade meeting?
I think it's 6
in July.
Right.
Okay. So it'll be in July there that they'll meet there. So.
Yeah.
But there's in planning stage on that course. Of course. So July 6th.
It's July 6th, yeah. We're anybody that's got a dog in the show.
July 13th.
July 13th. Okay. July 13th. We're going to be meeting here at the radio station.
Here at the JP
So
White.
if you're part of a veterans organization or you're just interested in volunteering or whatever, we need your input. I think in the July meeting, we're going to be picking a speaker. Is that right?
Okay.
So we'll be picking a
finalizing
speaker,
that.
finalizing all that information. So we don't want to make these decisions arbitrarily. So if there are other organizations out there that would like to be a part of this,
well,
this is designed to be a group think thing.
Someone wishes to have their name in the hat
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I know enough about human nature to know that we love to like nitpick afterwards and say, you should have did this. Well, if you're one of those folks, come on down on the 13th and now you can get in the head instead of doing it after. Yeah.
So that it's perfect.
So we can actually do something about it.
Right. Yeah. Come tell us your ideas.
Everybody's an expert when you don't want them to be.
Right.
And course, if you want to learn more about pretty much everything we're talking about here, the RoswellLegion.org, the website for the scholarships, for information about the post, getting in contact with us, involved with anything. If you want to be a member, to getting involved with Veterans Day or anything in between, you'll find all the resources to get a hold of us through there, to call and to connect.
Yeah, we even have a Facebook page.
We do. If you do look for American Legion Post 61 on Facebook.
I think so, yeah.
If you do a Google search or the search there, it should pop right up, and you can like and follow and stay up to date on what's happening through there as well too.
Mm-hmm.
So good way to keep up to date on stuff. And if you're an idea person, if you're thinking, man, there's something that needs to be addressed or something that needs help and vet related, and we are a resource for that too. Please, if you need help with that, we will help you. Veterans, obviously, if you need, if you've got issues, things, please reach out to us. We're in the help and vet business, so please
We
let us know.
also got Gold Star Mother coming up in September, so if you're a Gold Star family or you know of a Gold Star family, please put us in contact with them.
Absolutely,
because we'll need to figure out who we're going to honor, and it can be more than one person. So hopefully we'll get a bunch of people put in before September 1st.
Good deal. Yeah, because we do the families in the fall here, and then in the spring, around April time frame, we'll do the Gold Star Mothers.
No, Gold Star Mother is in September.
September.
And the
Did I have reversed?
Yeah, you got them reversed. So September is Gold Star Mother, and April is Gold Star Family.
There you go. Well, important is to remember.
It is.
Never forget mom. I don't care which either one it is. Family, mom. You forget mom, you're
And
in
if
trouble.
you have a loved one that's deployed or something, please let us know.
Sure.
We have a Blue Star program
Yeah.
that we're up and running right now. We've adopted at least one squadron out of Guam, which I think they're on the America right now.
Okay.
Yeah, USS America.
We've been sending stuff to them. So
I've been on that aircraft carrier.
Have you?
I have.
That's cool.
When I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the Boy Scouts, and we got a trip to Norfolk to kind of sightsee and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The America was in port at the time, and they got us on there, and we got to walk around
Very
and tour the
cool.
America. So I've been on that carrier.
Nice.
That's the one
I've been on the
carrier.
America. I've been on Kitty Hawk, and I was on the Missouri a couple of times.
Yeah, it just happened to be in dock
That's not a
there
carrier,
when we
that's
were
a
there.
destroyer.
Yeah, I actually, the Missouri was there too. It was there that weekend right before they were getting ready to decommission it and tear it
For the
apart.
first time.
Yeah, and so it was in dock, so we got to walk on that deck and walk around a little bit too.
That
And then
was
I got
in
on America.
Seattle.
Yeah, and then I got to tour a Sturgeon class submarine, the USS Lapon.
Oh,
and that's when I learned real quick, I am not going to join the Navy and work on a submarine. That
I
is
cannot remember
insane.
the name of it, but there's a submarine that was at the museum in, I think it was in Portland, Oregon. But they had a submarine in
Mhm.
it was a smaller version.
Yeah, the Sturgeon
Most of
that's the
them.
one below the LA class.
Yeah, and I
which I don't
remember
think they have anymore.
I have no idea.
I crawled through that thing, and
Yeah.
between the knee knockers and the low overhead, and
Yeah. Kudos to the submariners. It's not for me.
and
I was just glad I'd never been in the Navy, but
Well, we kept talking to them, and the guys that were lucky, they got to sleep in the torpedo tubes in the room like that.
'Cause
That
it
was
was
like
warm.
yeah, and spacious compared to their normal. Like I walked by the bunks, and what was that? Maybe a 7-foot ceiling, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. They had like 6 bunks in that 7
Yeah,
feet
I've
of
seen
space.
you got a hot bunk.
Yeah, and it's hot bunk. So when you're at work, somebody's sleeping in your bed, and when you're sleeping in bed, they're at work, and that's how. So
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about it.
sorry, this was not exactly a Navy recruiting poster right there for the
No.
moment. But aircraft carriers, it's like living in a Cadillac compared to those submarines. So
Yeah. So again, kudos to the submariners.
But you'll be surprised at the amenities on, like, an aircraft carrier is literally a floating city. It's got its own post office and
huge.
shopping centers, and it's insanely
mall.
crazy how what's available on a aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
And food's pretty good too. I don't care what people joke about. The food I ate was pretty darn good
Well,
to me.
that's what I always said. If you're going to go into service, join the Air Force.
Oh yeah,
That's your first choice. Second choice would be the Navy because
Yeah.
you always have a bed to sleep in.
Yeah.
Of course, somebody else is sleeping in your bed. And the Navy. But
some of my favorite split pea soup came out of chow halls at in Air Force bases.
Boy, and I just watched The Exorcist the other day. So.
Oh boy!
Coincidence? Absolutely. But please look us up. Please come join us. Come be a part of our events and things. If you want to learn more, please look up our website. Go to roswelllegion.org. Look us up. Come on out to our events and things. Look for us at Farmers Market here in July and through October.
Possibly other places.
Possibly as well.
We're a small group, so we've got a lot on our plate. We can use all the help we can get.
And then kind of mark July 3rd, 10 a.m. on your calendars. We're going to do a Memorial Day celebration at Memory Lawn Cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
I know I said Memorial Day. That is accurate. It's not July 4th celebration. It's a Memorial Day. Part 2.
Yeah, part 2, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a redo because we were underwater for the first one. We
Absolutely.
floated to July 3rd.
There we go. So bring your dinghy and come on out with us.
Yes.
I'll be in the Zodiac. There you go.
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Thanks, Mike.
All right.
Appreciate
All
it.
right. It is 9:51. Let us pause for news. Your Sean Hannity update, your Town Hall Business Report as well. We'll be back. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Custodians of New Mexico's two multi-billion-dollar financial trusts that underwrite public education and infrastructure spending are now weighing whether to give greater weight to issues of social responsibility and sustainability in investment decisions. The State Investment Council, headed by Democrat Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham on Tuesday, kicked off deliberations about its investment strategies and a possible policy change to give greater consideration to a host of environmental, societal, and governance concerns. State health officials announced Tuesday that 4 people have each won $250,000 prizes as part of the New Mexico vaccine sweepstakes. They were the first 4 winners of Vax to the Max sweepstakes. The $10 million cash is funded by federal stimulus and intended to incentivize COVID-19 vaccines. 4 vaccinated New Mexicans, one from each public health region of the state, are each confirmed winners of $250,000. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Everybody's paying more for energy and everything they buy. That's a tax. Then the corporate tax is going to be passed on. This is simple economics 101. The natural gas that we have a glut of, that's now because of Joe's policies. That's all drying up. Power plant fuel costs twice now what it did at the start of the year, which means higher utility bills thanks to Joe's policies. You know, Joe gives a waiver to Vladimir Putin and fires guys at the Keystone Pipeline. Tell me how that works. Could it have anything to do with Joe and Hunter making money with zero experience from Russian oligarchs and Kazakhstan oligarchs and Ukrainian Burisma with no experience and China?
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Hey, get your home summer ready with custom window treatments from Blinds.com. Now get a high-end look without high-end prices on their most popular outdoor shades. You can transform your backyard into a shady weekend oasis and light filtering shades that help block UV rays without obstructing your view. Plus, right now, Blinds.com is offering up to 35% off everything. Blinds.com, they make ordering custom window treatments online easy. Now go to Blinds.com to shop up to 35% off everything. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot temperatures today and a little bit of moist air over eastern New Mexico, so we can't rule out an isolated afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Otherwise, it'll be sunny and hot with our afternoon highs between 104 and 107. An isolated storm this evening down to the low 70s, and then a sunny and hot day tomorrow, a little bit breezy with highs around 103. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Rich Thomason. Reassuring remarks by Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, credited with giving Wall Street a boost. The key averages opened modestly higher this morning, with the Nasdaq opening in record territory. Powell assured the market that inflationary pressures are only transitory. New home sales fell for a second month in May, down a larger than expected 5.9%. The median price of a new home sold last month rose to $374,400, up 18% from a year ago. Earlier this week, it was reported that used home sales slid for a fourth straight month in May. The House Judiciary Committee is working on sweeping bipartisan legislation that could break up tech giants like Facebook and Google, Amazon, and Apple. The panel is taking the initial steps in what promises to be a long slog through Congress. With business, I'm Rich Thomason.
Customizable office equipment is one stop away at PTS Office Systems. Of course, you and the business next door do different things, so you need different office equipment. PTS Office Systems has fully customizable office equipment in stock, waiting to be delivered to your business. Get fully customized office equipment to meet your office's specific needs. The day and age of one-size-fits-all office equipment is gone. Shop around at PTS Office Systems today at 217 North Main in downtown Roswell.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning. Fergalicious. From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who are you going to call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit? Fergalicious. Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love. Fergalicious.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than just serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable. Serving part-time lets you attend school full-time while you take advantage of education benefits that can help you graduate debt-free. If a civilian career is your goal, serving part-time allows you to work at a full-time job. The skills, qualities, and contacts you'll develop in the Guard can open doors to a great civilian career. Want to serve but worried about being away from friends and family? Part-time service in the Army National Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want while you enjoy the many benefits of serving your community and nation. You owe it to yourself to learn more about how the Army National Guard can fit into your life. Visit NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The world's oldest chewing gum dates back to at least 5,000 years. After chewing it, they stuck it at the bottom of their desk. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:58. We got about 2 minutes before we get kicked off the airwaves and Travis and Sexton take over. If you missed any of our show today, you can go back and check it out at your leisure. Log on to ksvptv.com, click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel, and you'll find it there. In the 7 o'clock hour, Bob Power joined us talking about a big gospel show happening Saturday afternoon at Westminster Presbyterian Church, which will be 1 p.m. Tom Blake and they got a bunch of artists that are going to be performing. That's at 1. Then, of course, we had Amanda Ware with Big Brothers Big Sisters join us last hour. They need bigs. I mean, they always need bigs, but they really need bigs. This 2 years of COVID mess is just depleted. And they've got littles that need them right now that have been on the list for a year plus. So if you're involved, love to get more, go back, watch that interview. And then, of course, we just had Jen and Lee from American Legion Post 61 this hour give us an update on all the stuff happening there, scholarship opportunities, different events there. If you want to learn more, please go back to our video channel, ksvptv.com. You'll find it there in the mornings with Mike Winters. Tanner will separate the interviews so you don't have to forward back and forth through the whole show. You can just kind of pick the interview that you're into. You also find them on our 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM Facebook wall that you might have to do a little more scrolling to get to it because we put other things there too, but you'll find it there as well. All right, that is going to do it for us. Thanks for allowing us to be a part of your day. Have a wonderful day. We got the Travis and Sexton show coming up in just a few. We'll talk to you bright and early, 7 a.m. tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.
No static at all. Your new home for talk radio is